Hello, Peter.
Hi? Do I know you?
What have you done with my machine?
Your machine. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. What machine?
Do you want to play games?
Catch!
You want to play games?
Okay.
We can play games all night, my friend. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And what are we doing here, man? On a Tuesday night? What the hell is that? What the hell was that?
Well, someone's hot micing right now. What is that?
Hi, this is Man of Hot Collectibles. Welcome to
Hi,
our
guys, this is Man of
ASMR
Hot
video
Collectibles.
tonight. we're gonna play sound effects of unboxing, just the crinkling of plastic and paper.
Well, I don't have any sound effects here, but I want to say hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Between Collectors. Yes, episode 9. I don't even know my episode. Hold on, let me check.
At least 2.
At least, yeah, it's episode 9. Episode 9.
69.
Confirmed. Just confirmed with my on my channel here. Okay, yes.
Dante, be
episode
quiet.
9.
Hit the like button, guys.
Hit the like button.
Hit the
Subscribe.
like button. First,
Everyone here.
first off,
Are we doing this right? Is this?
Yeah,
There we
we're
go.
right, man. This,
All right.
we're
I hit the
crazy.
like too. Are we live? What are
We've
we
been live
doing?
for the past 1 minute and 38
Hi,
seconds.
guys. This
hey.
is the panel. Welcome to this shit show.
We're kind of new to
We're
this.
gonna talk
so,
about figures.
By the way, guys, well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I want to introduce my awesome panel, and we're still waiting for 2 members, so we have more guests because we have a lot to talk, as you may know. Easy-Company Collectibles.
hey, how you doing? Nice to see you, kids.
We have Josh from Comic Concepts in the house.
I am in a house.
You're in the house? In my house. Or your house. Whatever.
He's not wrong.
Technically, it's not wrong. We have our new member here, Jonathan. I was about to say Jason. Jonathan from Boston Collectors.
Jason
Welcome.
Derulo.
Welcome.
What up? What up? What up? Hope everybody's doing all right. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. We have Jay from Brother Cousin Stores Reviews.
Hi, how are you doing tonight, guys?
And the man of the
Very
one,
breathy.
and the man of the 1,000 subscribers, Anthony from Six Skill Mafia.
Yes.
What's this?
Yoing.
Take me to a party. Welcome, my friend.
Yes. Welcome. What's going on, man? Yes. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun. We're gonna have a good time, right? We're gonna probably have a good time, right? We got a couple more people coming too, right?
Yeah, a
Hopefully.
couple more people. We're gonna have a lot of fun for sure. And this is how we start Between Collectors.
Fire intro music.
Yeah, no, thanks, Anthony. Thank you.
We can't hear you, Dante.
I think he's doing it on purpose.
I
I'm
thought he
doing
was
it on
trying
purpose.
to. I thought he was trying to mention me, but he just didn't do it the right way or something.
Silence
know.
is the same as mentioning you.
Yeah, Anthony made the intro for me, so thank you, Anthony, for that, my friend. I appreciate it.
Always.
Yeah, I'm still paying for that, but anyway. 2K3 in the house. What's up, my friend? Welcome tonight. Primetime reviews. We have Be Real, Babaluli,
Baba
Babaluli,
Booey.
Babaluli.
Baba
The
Booey.
Padawan collector in the house. Can't wait till Marvel's next movie, where Doc Ock packs up the family and drives across America to Wally World. Hector V in the house. Sam, JC, Solo Nightmare. It's Popsick, as always. He got his mojo cases, Mr. Josh.
Oh,
That's
congrats.
nice.
What's
Ask him.
going on?
Wait,
What's
hold on.
going
Pause.
on?
Time out. Ask him when he ordered them.
He said
Go on.
12/31/2021. I ordered
December
like
2020. December 2020.
okay. I wasn't about to trash somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't
Shazam!
catching me.
Rebels come the Peruvian boy. What's up, my friend? Hello, Danton. Hello to the great panel and chat. Carlos Burgos in the house. Boston Collectors. He's here. Flavito P. What's up, guys? Dante 6. I'm gonna wait for my super chat, so don't worry. I'm gonna flash you in just a second. 16 Jedi in the house. Community Arcade. Valen Archer. Archer, sorry. We have the Jedi Knights Watch. Toy Box. Yeah. Edu 10071193. Andrew James, Max Geekdom, Comic Concepts is on the house as well.
Hi.
Yeah. DT Artman.
Hello.
Hello.
Calvin, what's up, fellas? Andreas IB. And everyone watching around the world. And of course, Andrew James with a super chat. Holy crap. I'm on time again. What is this? Glad to be here and always show my support to you all. Thank you, Andrew James. And actually, Andrew scored a RoboCop with Andrew Murphy. With Morphe. So that's a good one. That's a grail, man.
Nice.
And that's hard to get. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he got the box set in at 209.
Yeah, he was looking for it, and he asked me if I have one for so I said, no, I don't. I have the one with the docking chair, and I have the battle damage one. I didn't get that 2-pack, so that's a good grail, my friend. But thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. And guys, if you do super chats here, I'm gonna give something to you guys. I always try to do my best to do some giveaways.
Can I give you this? Can you take it from me?
Yeah, of
Just
course.
reach it. Just take it.
Yeah, let me just
take it.
Thanks, man. Hold on. You gotta try that again.
I don't know how this works. All right, we'll try it again. Here, right up to Josh.
I'm ready. Thank you.
Now you gotta pass it to Easy.
Easy, come here, baby.
Pass it to Dante.
Come here,
I'm
baby.
only taking
There
fart
you
jars.
go. Take my dirty money. Take it.
Wait a minute. Why is it dirty money?
Money's
Look at what
dirty.
Andrew
I know why
James
it's
said.
dirty.
That's
we
why.
know where you got that money.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It happened. His OnlyFans accounts. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually probably clean money. That's like straight into PayPal.
So Sam Graham says, yes, this is gonna be spicy. Well, actually, we have nothing to talk about, to be honest with you. There's been nothing happened, so we're just kind of like here showing our faces, just talking
Actually, we
nonsense.
were about to sign off. Like, we just want to say
that's
hi.
it. We just
Yeah,
want
we're
to
about to get
pop in
off.
to say hi. Yeah, we're gonna
Stay tuned next week when we have another full panel of
Of nothing.
of nothing.
It'd be great if you just like hit the outro and we're out.
Hello, Governor.
Thanks, guys, for stopping by. Thanks for the $5 super like. We're gonna go now.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe let me. I wanted. They are dark. I want to set kind of a mood, right? There we go.
You want to set up a mood?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit of a mood.
You know, while we're
right
waiting,
now.
while
That's
we're
pretty
waiting
daddy.
for Fabio to come, he has some. He's late as always.
And he has opinions, so we're
yeah.
trying to avoid certain subjects.
Yeah. So Josh, I know that you got a bunch of stuff on your store.
Yes. Hi, guys.
Thanks for shipping
It's
my
spiel
freaking
time.
Pennywise.
It's spiel
Hell
time.
yeah.
Okay. So, yes, we got a bunch of in-stock stuff today. Contrary to what some people say, nobody talks about when we get stuff fast. Only when, they take some time. Oh, they were exactly on time, so they're not great, but they're not terrible. No, today we got a ton of stuff early, okay? So if you head on over to comic-concepts.com, you will see under in stock, we added a ton of specifically Hot Toys. We got the quarter scale Mando and Grogu. We got the Bat Pod in stock. Captain Marvel is in stock.
You have Bat Poop in
Pennywise
stock?
is in stock. I think Batgirl is in stock.
Ooh.
Who?
Batgirl. The female
I think
Batman.
one.
He said this is the keyword. I think. What the hell, man?
I
You
You're
forgot
supposed
my
to
name.
say,
all those
I
are in
have.
stock?
I have to
think
check. There was a
maybe.
lot today. I didn't take pictures, and it took like 8 car hauls to get everything out.
All right, so let's see what you have for real, because you usually lie to us, and honestly,
Oh, things have been selling out.
all right, yeah, right, yeah, okay, Captain Marvel.
No,
let's
that's
see.
real. No. You have sold out on. Click off sold out.
No, wait. Oh yes, okay. Captain Marvel in the house. We have Captain America 2012.
Captain
which
America
I'm a
2012.
kid one, yeah. What else you got?
Bat Pod. Do you know what a bat pod is?
The motorcycle.
The motorcycle.
motorcycle.
Oh, look at this guy.
These are just Hot Toys that I'm talking.
Do you have a Doc Ock?
Scarlet Witch came in.
Witch?
But that's a statue. Scarlet Witch statue.
Oh,
Everyone
look.
about to freak
You have
out.
Doc Ock for $339. That's not bad. Is that the deluxe
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, that's the deluxe. That's what I looked at. I was like, why is it so cheap? Then I selected deluxe. I was like, oh, it is that cheap.
Yeah.
Tusken Raiders in 2. Venom's in. I have like a couple of each of these left. Anything that's available was canceled. And then the Mando and Grogu collector's edition quarter scale is in stock.
Really? Oh,
Yep.
wow. That's good, man. So you got a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff?
like a ton of stuff came in today.
So when is my free figure coming?
Ooh, Easy actually got it.
He's like, I'm out.
What?
Actually, I got my Tusken Raider, so thank you for that. Probably gonna get another one
Of
too.
course.
Yeah, not for nothing, but he got the shipping fast, so that, nothing. I can't complain about that. Sometimes.
Yeah, same day shipping. Yeah, just it's all right.
Yeah, same day shipping.
Yeah.
Do you ship my stuff? Oh yeah, Pennywise in stock.
Pennywise.
Popsic.
Yeah, everything went
Yeah.
out today. Anyone who pre-ordered, it's already on the way. I shipped everything.
You shipped everything, or your
Yeah.
mom? Or your
Yeah,
mom did.
UPS does not like me. Like when I show
This
up,
guy.
like people are unhappy.
So let me ask you this question.
That should be like your slogan.
When
I know, right?
I show up, people are unhappy. Buy from Comic
tag it, Elliot.
Concepts.
So let me ask you this question, Josh, and everyone in the panel can bombard Josh on this. Containers. What is the status of containers? I know last live stream we spoke about the containers, and most of them are already in the US.
Right.
Because I'm gonna share some news about Ahsoka. If a lot of people asking me about it, but what have you heard so far as containers? What when are you gonna get the Boba Fett 2-pack, for example? A lot of people asking me. When are you gonna get Wonder Woman?
So for Hot Toys containers, they're being rushed in. Okay, somewhat Sideshow, whatever, is paying top dollar to bump ahead of people. So those Hot Toys containers are actually coming in fairly quick. For example, that's why we got the Bat Pod in and Captain Marvel in today. Like she only released what, a month or two ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think 2
mean,
months ago.
Bat Pod, I didn't even know released. It arrived
Yeah, Battle released about a couple months ago as well.
a couple months ago.
Yeah, I
So
don't think
right
Sideshow
now
has
we're
it
looking
yet.
at
Christmas.
Christmas, right?
No.
Christmas.
right now
So
Christmas.
it's only February 8th. So if you're telling me December 25th is when the Bat Pod released in China, that's a month and a half wait time, which is far better than what we've been doing lately.
Hell yeah.
So we're bumping ahead on Hot Toys for sure, and Sideshow premium format statues. Those are all running in really quick. So, if you want to support the United States and North America and you're a North American collector, you don't have to pay those day one releases.
No,
Save
for motherland.
Save some
only.
money, buy a second Hot Toys figure, perhaps. Because they're coming in within a month or two of China's release now. It's looking really nice.
What's
Now-
the Prime 1 situation looking like?
Whew.
Don't even
I-
start. But hold
Probably-
your thought. Hold your thought for a second. I want to say hi to my friend Desi from Comic
Yes.
Concepts. He is in the house. You need
Desi
to check
from
his
Comic
videos
Concepts.
because he does amazing dioramas, and he's
He
not doing
does.
tutorials for you to do it. I don't know how that's
Me?
gonna play. No, not you, bro.
Desi from
Desi.
Metamorphic Customs.
Desi from
Not Comic
Customs.
Desi's
Did I say
amazing.
Comic Concepts?
Yeah, you said Comic Concepts. I'm like, who the fuck is Desi? Did I hire someone? I don't even remember.
I want to say hi to Carlos with the $5 super chat. Yo, what's up, my friend? Carlos always here, man. Thank you, Carlos, for that super chat, my friend. All right, Josh, you can continue with
Prime
your
1, answer.
Yeah.
Prime 1.
So Prime 1, Infinity Studio, pretty much XM. I'm trying to think what else. Queen Studios, J&D. They're all taking. J&D is coming in like within 4 to 5 months after China. Sume, forget it. I don't get me wrong. I like Sume's product, but I feel like they bite off, and they're anime statues for anyone that doesn't know. I feel like they bite off more than they can chew. And the problem with that is, yeah, they get a bunch of like batch 1 releases on like 8 different statues, but then the rest of the countries suffer. Like the rest of the batches suffer. Like Gara took, which I have here, like, you know, Gara as a statue literally like made out of sand. It's a beautiful piece, but it took 3 to 4 years to release since its pre-order date. 3 to 4 years. And it started releasing 2 years in, batch 1. So it took 2 years to get the rest of the batches out. So I can't even talk to you about Sume. Prime 1, however, and Infinity and XM, they're pretty much taking like 4 to 6 months from batch 1 in China for batch 2 to even arrive to the United States. So it's a nightmare. That's not clearing up for at least 6 months to a year, in my opinion. It's just going to be long haul.
And your friend, our friend Des is saying, I know work at Comic Concepts. Josh, you can pay me in Hot Toys. Hey, that's
Fair
a good.
enough.
That's a good pay. That's a good pay.
That's
I
good
will-
pay,
I'll take
right?
it.
That's pretty good pay. I mean,
That's really cheap pay.
that's you shut up.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about. We just wait for Fabi's joining in a couple of minutes. We're gonna talk about Doc Ock because we really have our thoughts about that release. It was pretty much expected that that's gonna be the next release or announcement rather, and it happened, right? Then we got the Spider-Man Classic suit, which by the way looks amazing. I can wait to show you guys the review. Is on its way. Now the question is, are we gonna get other villains? Yes, we're probably gonna get most likely Electro, and I think they're gonna capitalize on their movie a lot. So don't be surprised if you see Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Spidey, maybe the Lizard. Maybe they decide to do all the Sinister 5 or 6 or whatever. I do still believe that we're gonna get another version of Green Goblin because they have to. But again, we're gonna have that more in-depth conversation in just a second. I want to say hi to Luis Esquivia Lee. Hello, Manufactured Collectibles. What's up, my friend? Oh, Fabio's late. As always. Comic Concepts don't wait months for your figures now. Will you? Okay, that's true. So you know what? I'm gonna give credit to Josh
done
because
plugging.
it was actually, yeah, I know. It was actually pretty quick. I was surprised actually that I got my Tusken Raider really quick, and I want more.
It's a nice figure too.
It's a freaking nice figure, right?
Beautiful figure.
I'm telling you, man. Like Hot Toys is nailing with these figures here.
They're pumping things out, and the quality's there, which is kind of nice to see. They're
No, I
really
know.
pumping stuff out.
I know. Hey, Jonathan, I want to ask you this question: How do you feel after the Hot Toys Wizard took your body?
Well, I didn't know that the Hot Toys Wizard broadcasted it, but it was fun. I was actually well aware. I consented. It was fun. It was.
So it was
I
mutual
had fun with
consent?
that. Yes.
Good.
It wasn't like my man 1/6 scale man who said, he woke up outside in the snow. He said it wasn't like that for me. So I think
thought that
Anthony
was
said
easy.
he had to poop or something after
No,
his. I ain't have
You
none
get
of
that
those side
diarrhea,
effects.
Yeah.
man.
There was a cigar in my ass after that experience.
Whoa.
Oh, that's
It
different.
gets interesting, but yeah, I ain't had none of
Fabio's
that.
cigar, I think.
Yeah, Fabio's cigar.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There wasn't no wizard then, man.
So it is safe to say that all of us here, but Josh, have been abused by the Hot Toys Wizard.
Yes.
Have I been abused?
No, not you, bro.
Mutilated? I've been mutilated by angry customers sometimes. I don't know about a wizard. Maybe they were a wizard and a wizard had it to chat, so I can't see them.
Maybe the wizard. Jay, you did your Hot Toys Wizard, right? They took over. You're mute.
Yeah, you muted, man.
Jay, you're muted,
Can't
brother.
hear you.
Oh yeah, I'm still getting over the effects. That's why I was muted.
Oh, really? He control your movement.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What happened?
There's 105 people in here, man. Everybody should hit that like button.
100
right
people
now.
watching. What, 99?
Hey,
You jinxed it,
hey.
bro. You jinxed it.
Whoa. There
Well,
is
thank
a
I
you.
mean,
roach.
we're talking about nothing, but we're about to
There's a roach
talk
in the
about
chat.
some things.
Do you see that Fabs figure guy?
Who?
Oh, well, make sure to hit the like button. If we get 100 likes, then
We'll
yeah,
ban
continue
Fabs.
on, right? or whatever you do. Yeah, just hit that like button, guys.
I want to say hi to my friend Localu. What's popping, people? What's up, my friend? Welcome in. So this is a small segment that I want to have with you guys in the chat. So send us some questions. We're gonna talk about the topics. Don't worry, because we have a lot to discuss. But I have to also interact with you guys, right? What's the point? JB Sandman is already out. The classic Hot Toys. Yeah, you know what? It is funny because IG-11 came with a sand base. With a human footprint.
Don't start.
What the hell was that?
Exactly,
man.
What the hell was that? I was like,
yeah,
man, I can't. You guys know when I do my reviews how much I hate those freaking bases. There's no love whatsoever. But what they did with Pennywise was really good. I mean, that base is just amazing. It's perfect. Yeah. That's what they should do more. I don't mind paying a bit more if the base is actually a good looking one.
Right. Somebody was talking about that with me today. They're like, that base is completely utilizing the second head sculpt. I mean, how often do we get to use both head sculpts? I mean, it's pretty unique to the specific characters that you can do that. But the fact that we can with a figure like that is just, it made it so good. I don't know how they would with Stormtroopers or, other figures, but it really impressive base.
I mean, where it's equal to that usability, yeah, that's very hard. But when you look at the battle damage Thanos base, all of us are using it when we're posing. So maybe something.
That's the only reason I want to buy him, because I keep seeing this base everywhere. And I'm like, this is so versatile. I'm like,
base is awesome. But going back to like Mandalorian, thinking about the original Mandalorian, that base with the footprints. Just having the stormtrooper heads on the pikes, that was a great utilization of that base. And then for them to go and bastardize that base, all those figures later is just crazy. Yeah. But it started off with good,
Local Lou is asking what happened to the cigar. You don't want to know, man.
I thought Easy already answered that.
No, it's sucked in.
It's still there. Yeah.
I can feel it in my gut.
So Single Sword Rider says classic suit Spider-Man has also a great base with diorama. Yes, you see.
Yeah.
Yes, we have the base, the regular base that we always get with some additions to it, and that's okay. I mean, but I would prefer something like what they did with Pennywise, though. And if you notice, every one of figure that they've done, the base are actually pretty good. Like, think about Alita. Well, disregard John Wick because it was same shit. But, Alita was a really nice base, Pennywise was a good one. What was the other one?
We all got to look at our collection.
I
like the Mustafar base.
Spider-Man ones have been pretty Does that count?
Everybody went at the same time.
I know, right? 6 kills purchased. Hello, guys. How you doing, my
Let's
friend?
just talk over each other this whole stream and see who can
actually
get out.
Huh?
All right, so let's start with the topic. I'm gonna start with the topic. Hot Toys Doc Ock Biopass, which, by the way, my friend Isiko, he did his Biopass video, and it actually was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah,
it
was a tricky figure to do a Biopass on, because obviously you go with the crowd, you start hating on it, you kind of dump it.
Okay, Google, turn on the Maji case.
Excuse me?
We done, Josh?
Are we done, Josh?
Yeah,
you have a mute button, right?
You want to
wait? You could hear that?
Yeah, you just said
it. Oh, it's not going through my mic. I literally muted the mic. It's on the. Well, that was cocky.
Hold on. Let me do the Thanos thing.
Oh, thank you.
Now you're on the bottom row, bro.
Now he's bottom tier.
Nope.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. All right. Easy.
But the Doc Ock, like I said, it was a figure a lot of people just ran out the gates and started hating it like a mad bull, literally. But if you just gave it patience and waited for what JC Hong put up, he did say this is not final. A lot of people are saying, then why give it to us? Well, because you're begging. And before the hype dies down, they want to get those pre-orders in.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that why they'd put it in. I mean, we saw it being teased with the Green Goblin. It's coming. So now here we go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? They bring it. Now they right out the gate, they say, here it is, but this is not final. So with that being said, I can trust Hot Toys in what they're going to do because they've gotten so much heat with this almost to a point of Tony Stank that they're going to fix it. They're going to, I mean, they did capture what I do think is the Hello Peter look, which
Peter.
I feel like they did. If you give it some good lighting and angles, it's okay. It's not horribly savagely bad like the Ant-Man. So I'd have to say I'd put my trust into it and I'd say buy. Because everybody asked for it, here it is, and what are we going to do? Not buy it? I mean, even the people who saying, "Oh, this sucks," are going to buy it.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, there must be Pennywise. You know,
Dante has this thing about Pennywise. I told you, bitches.
Hey, it's true, man. Oh no, I'm not getting that shit.
Now he's like a grill.
And then everyone, oh, Pennywise. Because you need to wait and see. That's the point of all these figures. And again, remember, Hot Toys is not. They don't have a oh, look,
Yo.
Yo,
Well, hello there.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's up,
How you
crackhead?
doing, buddy?
Sorry I'm late. First time ever late. Sorry.
Yeah,
You're
first
not.
time.
You're not sorry.
No, he's not.
I
He did that on
apologize.
purpose.
I apologize to you guys.
No worries, man.
Oh, you got
But the thing is, as I said before, Hot Toys is not putting a gun on your head to pre-order this right away. So you guys have the chance to wait until the figure is released to pre-order. So you don't have to do it right now. It's not like you're obligated to do it right now. And of course, going to Izzy's point, everyone was pushing to this, right? I want balance. I want balance. I want balance. You get balance. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. So,
Yeah.
it is, I understand everyone. I 100% understand everyone because, when you expecting something so bad, you want to get something so good. But sometimes it doesn't come like that right off the bat. Think about what happened with Wanda from the WandaVision show. It was something so minor with the little mask thing that they decided to revise it, and then they send you or they release other pictures, right? Look what happened with Mysterio. They put a head sculpt, on the figure. So, I think it is 100%. Of course, it's not 100%. Is it the best head sculpt? It is not the best head sculpt. Is it trash? It's not trash. I'm gonna
But
be
above
super
all-
honest.
Above all, it's the prototype. And just like Ray, we've seen with Proof, they didn't even have to say anything. They just brought it out a better head sculpt. They could have stuck to the same thing, but they they upgraded.
If by
So-
now, oh, go ahead.
No, I'm good.
No, I was gonna
You can
say
go
if by now you assume that Hot Toys gives you a prototype picture and you just assume that that's going to be the final product, you're an idiot. Because by now you should know that the first picture is never the final product. So
Right.
anybody freaking out over this clearly doesn't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, and you know what? This reminds me, Ray. When the figure was announced, the head sculpt was really bad. It was bad, right? The
Mhm.
likeness
Oh,
was not
yes.
there. And look what happened. What they did.
Yeah.
They didn't actually. I don't recall them. Hot Toys, JC, Young, whoever, put a message say, "Oh, we're gonna fix this" or not. Nothing.
Mhm.
They just revised it, and everyone was super happy about it. To the fact is that I believe now is sold out or waitlisted. I think.
Ray and Dio.
Yeah,
I think
radio is
stock
already
got
gone,
annihilated on that thing.
and it's almost
Yeah.
$400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Went up in
here's-
value.
Here's the thing, though, which I think is important to think about as well. And I'm saying this as a seller, so like, oh fuck. And maybe I'm wrong, which is why I'll give two different sides to this. Either A, we're looking at this and thinking, okay, they released it. We're supposed to assume that the prototype is never the final product, and they just needed to get this out because people were demanding it and begging for it. And they wanted pre-orders to start. That's one way to look at it. The way I look at this from a business standpoint is they released this expecting people to be happy. they released his full well with this face, knowing that they'd be like, you
They'd
know,
hit a
hopefully
love-hate
they'll be okay
relationship.
with it.
Mhm.
Because the problem is, you can't just blur the head sculpts. There's not a swap out head here, like the Green
Right.
Goblin or
Right.
Ant-Man or any of that. This is the figure. So I think it's a combination of things. I think they were kind of rushed to get this out, but they also could have done any other villain before that if the head sculpt really wasn't perfect. I think they were hoping it was going to drop and there was going to be so much hype because it's Doc Ock that they were going to be able to get away with it. And I think that backfired, affected day one pre-orders, which means, less money. And now they have to go back to the drawing board. I think that's what happened. I don't think it's going to cost them a lot of money because they're changing it so early in production. But, you know, this has already started production. You can damn well bet that they've already started. So I think, I don't want to say it's a cover-up. It's not a cover-up. But I think they tried to get away with what is a decent head sculpt. It's not terrible. It's definitely not the best.
No,
and I don't
if
think
you look at the secret base images,
in the
under
secret base,
good
it looks nice. It really looks nice.
I'm gonna put those actually in just a second. So I just want to continue with the panel first, and then I'll just flash those because I do have those as well.
Right. But it could be better. Nearly everyone agrees that it could be better. And I
100%,
think the second the
100%.
comments started rolling in, which has clearly affected day one orders. I mean, I can even tell you, I did not have as many orders as I expected. I expected to sell out day one. Definitely not what happened.
Yeah. The only thing I can see somebody even mention was just the glasses. That's my. It's like, look at it. It's Mattel.
Yeah. But here's what's going to happen. Because everyone wants to band together and say, we're not pre-ordering this. Well, guess what? Now you're setting an edition size. They are not going to make extra because maybe some people will like it halfway through the production cycle. What's going to happen is people aren't pre-ordering right now. All of a sudden, they're going to update the head sculpt. Everyone's going to lose their shit, and they're going to sell out. Before it even hits the market, it's going to sell out. So I don't know what's going to happen with this figure. I'm just saying it can go these different directions, but I think it's important to look at every possible scenario rather than, they're up to date in the sculpt, and I'm not going to order it until it's updated. Well, that's going to be at fucking release. Right. So... I mean,
you don't want to be stuck at that point where waiting
True.
becomes missing out.
Right, Jonathan. What are your thoughts about this Doc Ock release? Are you happy with it? And by the way, guys, before Jonathan answers the question, I put a poll on the chat, so make sure you answer it because I want to hear your thoughts and what you think about the whole Doc Ock experience. Jonathan, what are your thoughts about this? Are you happy with this? I mean, is it too early to judge this? Just wait for the revised head sculpt?
I wouldn't say it's too early to judge it, especially since they already marketed it and shared it with us. We have it right here. And I don't want to echo Comic Concepts too much, but, you know, they knew what they were doing with the marketing. Everything is here in terms of the lighting and the photos that they took. I just think that they were hoping that it would be received a lot better because, again, you know, we're looking for more villains, right? So here you go. You have Doc Ock. Now, me personally, I absolutely love the tailoring. I think the suit, I love the coat, the undercoat, the turtleneck he's got on, the pants. I like the way that the tentacles look sort of coming out of his back. I would like to know a little bit more about that. I would like to see more, at least from them, showing how malleable it might be in terms of the tentacles and things of that nature. But, you know, it's a prototype. They can't show too much, because, you know, they don't want to record something happening that ain't right. But in terms of the portrait, I like that they tried to do something different, right? It's not that stoic expression. We have, you know, his hello, Peter sort of face going on, right? I think that they were trying something different there. And on top of that, I just think, you know, again, I really want to echo Josh's sentiment with this was pretty final, even though it is a prototype. It's just that I don't think they expected the backlash that they were getting. And on the prototype topic, actually, the Rise of Skywalker Kylo, I originally liked the prototype. That's why I pre-ordered. And that, for example, as Fabio mentioned, that was one that changed. The hair drastically changed from what I personally liked. And that was one where I was on the fence. It's like, am I going to buy it or am I not going to buy it? He's back here, so I ended up buying it. But overall, though, am I picking this up? No, and I'm glad that I'm not in the Marvel game like that, because this guy is not cheap. But overall, right now, I think the only problem is the portrait. The rest, I don't really see an argument about anything else being a problem.
And that's to Hot Toys. We knew that the quality is going to be there compared to Toys Era Doc Ock, which, by the way, is still a good looking figure. So that's probably the reason why I didn't want to get rid of it. Same with the Green Goblin. I just want to have them. I'm probably going to keep them after I get this Green Goblin and Doc Ock. But Anthony, what are your thoughts about this? I know you did a show, I believe yesterday, about this. What are your thoughts about Doc Ock? Are you... Sorry?
Yeah, no, sorry. No, you're right. You know, I did too. Well, because it's very similar, like what happened with you. Like it was the end of a stream and then boom, this was announced. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to invite whomever wants to come in and let's look at it, you know, first impressions. And then I did a solo where people could just listen to, you know, just solely me and chat with the community about it. And here's the thing. So we know JC Hong came out with it. Now that's cool, because Hot Toys doesn't do that very often, right? As we all know, they're not very transparent with anything. They don't really communicate with the community very, very, very rarely. So the fact that they had, you know, JC Hong came out and said, okay, hey, look, this is not the sculpt. This is not the final sculpt. So for me, I feel like the arguments and the complaints, whatever you want to call it, should just end here, right? Because now you're just kind of being ignorant, in my opinion. Like, if you're like, okay, look, we're getting a different sculpt.
You're beating a dead horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So
like, stop
okay,
bullying
cool.
them at this point.
Right. But here's my only thing is, and I kind of agree with Josh in a sense, like,
that's a first.
It's, yeah, I know, right? Hey, it's you know, you never know what happens here on Dante's. So the thing is they put it out though. Now they could have been. We don't know. Like, here's the thing. We don't know if it's a Disney thing where they're like, we need to rush this, or the fact that the hype of Spider-Man is dying down. I mean, a couple weeks it's going to be out on digital. You know, they need to get things out, and you know they're already overwhelmed with everything else, with Star Wars and everything, right? So they got to put it out. It's different than Green Goblin. You can put out 14 pictures of Green Goblin because he's got a helmet on, and you can blur out the face and be like, yo, he's getting a sculpt. You can't really do that with these, right? So yeah. But that's why I'm saying I kind of agree with Josh, because maybe just from a business practice, like you said, it's passable. Let's just put it out there.
Right.
And if nobody complains, or you know, a vocal minority does, then this is how it's going to ship. You know, so I don't know if they were like just trying. I don't want to even say like they're trying to pull one over on us, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, we'll put it out. We'll see. Like, are they only fixing it because it was so vocal, or was their intentions untold to us? Because, you know, like I said, they're not very transparent usually. So I don't know if they're saying, hey, this isn't the final sculpt now because of the community, or they were already intending on getting it better, but they just had to put the photos out. You see what I'm saying? So but I agree. Boston Collectors is the same, dude. Like, the outfit looks sick, dude. You know, I'm interested as well. I want to see how these tentacles look. Like, that's awesome. That's how I would have it posed right there, like hovering. If you know, but it's still too early to tell. He does very much have that kind of Chevy Chase look going on. I really think they do need to fix it. I really do. Me as a collector, I don't think I would be satisfied if this was the final product and this is what I purchased.
No.
But I don't think that's going to be the case, and we have a year plus to see what happens. Like you guys mentioned, Rey, Kylo, those things look phenomenal now. They previously didn't. Even Endgame Hulk.
Right, but also,
it's a good.
You know, think about this. When, again, I think this is just me, because of the hype that we have right now with this movie, because this is one of the best movies we've seen in years, right? Avengers level, pretty much. Compared to the sequels, Star Wars sequels, obviously there's a day and night different. I mean, those movies didn't do as good as this one. So obviously the hype is gonna be bigger, the expectations are gonna be bigger. So, you know, Hot Toys said, you know what? I'm gonna give you Green Goblin. I'm gonna also give you Doc Ock, so you guys can see what we have. And of course, we as a consumers, we have we can criticize and we can raise our voices and we can express our concerns about a product that we're gonna buy, right? But again, Hot Toys doesn't put a gun in your head to pre-order this, and if you don't like it, you don't buy it. As simple as that.
Here's what I think, though.
But
Is
I
there
think
was a.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to briefly note that I think it's just kind of like what we've been seeing, right? Like the Boba Fett 2-packs, phenomenal sculpt. They announced Oscar Reeves, phenomenal sculpt, right? They're at this level, that Loki, that Sylvie, they all look phenomenal. All these hits, and then they're like, so I think people's initial reaction was like, wait a minute, you've been giving us fire.
Right.
That's what I was
saying. As they should at these prices, though. That's the thing.
Right. But before you guys continue, I wanna give the panel to Jay, because I want him to let us know, what are your thoughts about this. I know you did a figure preview as well on this one. I saw your banner. So what were your thoughts about this? I mean, are you happy with this? I mean, obviously we know it's a prototype, we know it's gonna be improved, but your first reaction when you saw this.
Well, Anthony was saying Chevy Chase. I was actually thinking of an older Austin Powers. When they do the close up on him, it's like, do I make you horny, baby?
I would buy that.
Yeah,
where's my mojo?
Well, the thing is, it's so funny to me that we're having, all this hoopla, people saying they don't like it, blah 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 blah, and JC Hung and company are like, hey, we're gonna change it, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get better, we're gonna work on it. And just like a couple of weeks ago, we were like, can we get some villains, please? Can we please get some villains? Can we please? And now that we're getting something, you get all this. And I understand. Look, I get it. I as Anthony was saying, we've seen them come better. They've been dropping hits after hits with prototypes, and then they get a prototype that's kind of, I'm not even going to say they shit the bed on this one. I'm going to say that it can be a
standard
lot.
To us, right?
It's not up to snuff at all. But here it is. I'm sorry. I still think it's better than the third party. I still think it's going to be, even this prototype, it's still going to be the best Doc Ock that's on that 160 figure that you can buy on the market, hands down. Now, with that being said, I also think that, yes, I agree. I think this was kind of rushed out because of the hype. They was trying to capitalize on the hype. It's a lot. They had a lot of stuff that's backed up, and they just needed to throw something out there. And I think how they were thinking about it was, okay, we'll put it out. They'll forgive us for it because we're going to make up for it. They know us. They know we're going to do better. And then, people are still kind of upset about that whole Tony Stank situation. So that's why they went and they jumped in. Now we see them being a little bit more reactionary about what they put out, because they just don't want that again, because I'm sure that cost them a lot of money.
Exactly. I mean, this is the sales on this figure are based on the current hype. In a year, if you announced this a year ago, the hype doesn't exist. So they needed to get it right. And unfortunately, what I predict is going to happen with this figure, everyone's going to jump on a bandwagon of pass. Nobody's going to get it. Everyone's going to be like, Toys era, so toys. Oh my God.
That's right.
And then it's going to come out. Everyone's going to shit themselves, and it's going to be weightless. Because I can tell you right now, I'm not ordering Max. I'm not, because my sales were shit. And that's a reflection of what the other companies are doing too.
You look at this guy. I mean, I think they have time to fix it. They have 2 stages of hype. First stage is going to be this No Way Home movie. Second stage is when they're going to drop a Sam Raimi suit, Spider-Man.
Right.
So that's going to be your second part where people is going to hype by again. So I think no matter what, this guy's going to sell out. Whatever happens, whatever sculpt, they will probably improve. And to that, we'll say hoorah and buy it. It's going to sell out.
Honestly, and that's we've all been saying it. Everything else on this figure is pretty stellar, other than the head sculpt. The body is amazing. And if I were collecting an entire Hot Toys line, I am getting this figure, by the way. If I were collecting an entire Hot Toys line, I wouldn't worry so much on the sculpts, because there's always customs if you need to for maybe like $50 to $100. that'll have a different expression also. What I'm more surprised about is that they had a collector's edition and a deluxe. And the deluxe is not all that different, whereas they could have easily marked it up maybe like $30. They could have done like a $60, $70 markup and added a different facial expression and probably made some serious bank. Because, yeah, of course, hello, Peter. That's a phenomenal point for this character. Peter. But so is are his fighting scenes, and he's not smiling in every fight. And it's kind of a shame because when I look at him, I think of the serious scientist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got to think, when was the last time we got 2 sculpts? Sorry, Fabio.
No, I was gonna say, if you pay attention to his outfit, to me personally, he looks more like Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2 than from No Way Home. So that's number 1.
I'm fine with that.
Right? No, it's perfectly fine with it. Number 2, I feel like, speaking specifically about the head sculpt, number 1, you have Hot Toys releasing Green Goblin. The reason why they blocked the face specifically was to avoid this. Yep. The fact that the Green Goblin had a mask and a helmet was their way out of that to avoid this. So they gave us that, the actual Willem Dafoe face completely blurred. If they could do that for this figure as well, they would have, but they couldn't. My issue with this figure, but I don't have any issues with this figure. My only issue with this figure is the pictures we got. Those pictures we got don't do any justice to this figure at all. One thing also, you don't have to like it. You don't like it, you don't buy it. End of story, right? The thing is, if you're going to bash Hot Toys, which is top of the line right now, the top tier of everything, there's nobody better. You better have your own head sculpt ready to go to compare and say, this is better. You're not going to bash a company that's number 1, okay? That's number 1 out of every single toy company. It's number 1. Mm-hmm. They're gonna come out with a prototype, no less, and you're gonna say, this is trash, this is garbage. You can't, again, unless you're gonna make your own. Period. You can have your opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying don't have your opinion, but if you're gonna trash something,
there's no room for you to shit on something.
Exactly. And even Hot Toys at its worst, it's the best. End of story. It's gonna be the best. So for anybody freaking out over something that, again, it's a prototype. It's
just bandwagon shit, honestly.
Yeah, there's no reason for, again.
Sorry, guys in chat, if anyone gets offended.
To be fair, there was a lot of initial first reactions that I wouldn't necessarily say are bandwagony. Like your first impression is like, oh, that's crap. That doesn't look good or whatever. And I think that's fine. Yeah. But I think now it's a moot point. Like they're doing a different sculpt, so it's
cool. But now it's memes galore, and it's kind of sad because now you're just fucking everyone.
But at the end of the day,
everyone.
They're gonna fix this head, and this figure is gonna be insane, and everybody's gonna eat their words. Because again, Hot Toys, all they're doing, they have to give us something. And again, there are pictures around that I think Dante has that make the figure look unbelievably incredible. And as soon as I saw those pictures, I was like, I am getting this figure. I would take that figure just like, look at that figure. Just like
it looks amazing. If you're looking at it from 6 inches away, the sculpt is not that great. If you're looking at that figure from 2 feet away,
even these angles are perfect. These angles are all perfect. The lighting is perfect. This head sculpt is perfect in these pictures. Look at that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this picture at all.
Right. And before we continue, I just want to address this super chat from Andrew James. Thank you, my friend. He said, popped over for another live stream for a quick second, and I was boring as hell.
What?
Here's the best live stream on YouTube. Keep up the good
names.
work.
Drop the name. Who's live streaming?
Thank you so much, Andrew, as always, man. I appreciate it.
I do want to slide one thing in, if that's okay.
Go, of course.
Threatening, the artist's life and everything like that. And JC Hong is simply the painter. All right. I don't agree with, threatening the artist and just because you look on your
saying that shit.
That I've seen people saying things like that.
Not even the threatening part, just cussing them out.
That too. Like you shouldn't be doing none of that. But if you notice,
no, that ain't cool.
If you notice,
these people haven't picked up a paintbrush or anything. It's crazy.
Yeah. If you notice, Sideshow chose to omit who actually created the head sculpt from their website, and it's probably for that reason alone, right?
For their safety.
But for JC Hong, nobody should be threatening, his safety and anything like
Oh,
that.
hell
Just
no.
because he was also the one that said, this is not a prototype. We shouldn't be saying,
It's
to
prototype,
hell with you, them, and your
And
mother.
I bet
your
half these
cousin.
people making the threats are going to leave him in a static pose, in a museum pose on top of the microwave or something.
Man, half the people complaining probably aren't even going to buy it. Though. That's the
Here's the
problem.
thing.
That's
and,
another problem. That's another problem. People will run their mouth and they're not even going to get him anyway.
As a collecting
Right.
community, I think it's really important to realize, there are people like that out there, though. Like, I've told a few of you actually behind the scenes, like I've been getting customers constantly who think they have the right to like threaten you and be just toxic as shit. And the reality is it's up to all of us to, not include. This is going to sound messed up, but we need to stop including those collectors as being allowed to have an opinion because, there's no room for that in a hobby.
Right.
There's just not.
So there's
I
a
remember-
difference. Let me tell you real quick. Let me tell you my thoughts about this. Right. It is okay to raise your voice. It is okay to have an opinion.
Correct.
100%, 1,000%. It's okay. You can, right? But the way I see this, and again, this is just me talking, just me. I'm gonna, everyone here can disagree with me if they want, but if I'm coming here to talk to you guys about anything, and I hate something so bad I don't want it, I cannot influence you to not get a specific figure or whatever that is just because I don't like it. That's not, to me, correct. If I don't like something, I say, you know what, I don't like it. But hey, maybe he likes it. Maybe you like it. 100% fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I cannot
someone doesn't
impose,
like you, and they tell someone
Right.
else to.
I cannot
hate him
impose
too.
my beliefs. I cannot impose my whatever I do for you to agree with me and for you to say, yeah, you know what, I'm not gonna pre-order. Think about this. A lot of people who watch these shows, some of them they're expecting us to say something for them to buy something, right? Now, I always say this is my personal opinion, and again, you are the one at the end of the day who's gonna have the figure in a shelf in your room, whatever,
Microwave.
or microwaves, whatever. It's not me. It's not me. I mean, how will you know, for example,
Microwave warrior.
if somebody's paying me to just kind of like say, oh, this is beautiful, and just not say anything negative about it? How will you know that? You will not know, because I'm going to tell you that it's beautiful, right? But we don't work like that. We are collectors, first of all, and yes, this is not 100%, because it is not 100%. And tailoring is fantastic. I agree with Jonathan, what he said. Tentacles looks amazing. The suit, everything looks really good. Top notch. Hot Toys quality. Head sculpt, not so good. And of course, if you don't, if you have the option to wait until they actually revise the head sculpt, until the final product even is released, and you still don't want it, that's perfect too.
Yep.
You don't have to pre-order as soon as it drops, because you don't have to. That's the beauty of this.
Yes, you do. Spend your money.
No, you're right though. You're right. It's like at the end of the day, I mean, if you like the figure, buy the figure. If you don't like the figure, don't buy the figure. That's
Right.
really it. It is kind of black and white when it comes to that.
Look at all these pictures. I would buy this figure right now from all those pictures without a hesitation, without any hesitation. The figure,
I've already ordered.
this figure to me right here,
Deadly.
this head sculpt is 98%
It's a great looking piece.
Yep.
It is.
Right
I like
there,
that they
right
tried
there. You
another
look
face.
at this image right now. It's
I just wish they would
Hello,
add a
Peter.
different sculpt, not just fix this a little bit or tweak it,
Yeah,
but like
that'd be cool.
add 2 sculpts to the deluxe and raise the price by a little bit. I think that would have been really nice.
Ooh,
That
prices
would be
are way up
great.
there.
And the thing is, it's like we always get on, oh, Hot Toys, they just do the one look. Can they give us a different look? And here they are doing something different, and people getting their nuts in a bunch about it. It's like, no. I like when I saw these pictures today, I already liked it and was already planning to get it no matter what. And I knew they were gonna make some improvements on the head sculpt. But then seeing the secret base pictures already was like, well, damn, like Fabio, I would buy this today. as is.
Right.
Seriously.
So
And a lot of people that are complaining would too. And that's the thing that's kind of like annoying.
So FigFab made a great point. He says, I agree on no bullying. That's a given. But if we're spending a lot of money on this stuff, I think it's okay to have an opinion.
Correct.
Whether positive, negative feedback is important. 100% agree.
Yeah.
But feedback is important, right? When you start taking to the next level of attacking JC Young or being super aggressive, that's another thing, right? Of course, not everyone has the same, I guess, likes as you do. You can like something more than other people. I can hate this and you can love this. That's not right or wrong. So the point here is that, yes, we need to raise our voices when something is not right, something is off, because we need to let Hot Toys know that whatever they're doing is not good, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We can do that, and that's 100%. You have to do it. You cannot ignore that, right? Or pretend it's beautiful when it's crap, because you can't, right? The difference between this with Tony Stark is that Tony Stark was the final release, was the final product. And it was totally different from the prototype. Obviously, people are going to get pissed. I mean, if you're expecting people getting pissed because of that, then you're drunk. Now, in this case, yes, it is a prototype. Yes, it is not 100%. But also think about other figures that they actually fixed the head sculpts, just to name a couple. Ray, Kylo Ren,
Pennywise.
Pennywise. Pennywise was perfect from the beginning.
Pennywise.
So this is just our thoughts about this, our opinion. I mean, I think at the end of the day, I'm very confident that they're gonna fix this, and we're gonna be happy about it. And when you see it, when it's actually released, and you start seeing the final product pictures, you start watching reviews from whoever.
You're gonna be sad when it's waitlisted.
You're gonna exactly look what happened with Pennywise. Again, I'm gonna bring Pennywise because that's a fact. Everyone trashing Pennywise. Oh, I'm not getting it. Boom, everyone all of a sudden. Oh, I love Pennywise.
If people are going crazy on like social media and forums, then yeah, I think that's a little bit like
it's too much.
You could just be like, yo, like Fabio J just said they like this sculpt as is. I don't like it. I don't know if maybe they got to do something. It could be these lights. This lighting's a little blown out over there too. It's a little bit, but and again, we all know that we've seen hundreds of figures, and then we get it in hand. And we're like, oh, okay, it's actually pretty legit. It's hard. Not only the lighting may be off, are our monitors even calibrated right? Or our phones calibrated like to really see that. Okay, Josh. My point is,
I calibrated.
Look at the question, Farley.
But you know what I'm saying? You can't
this one
see
here
the
looks
colors.
good. I mean, look at this Haskell here.
I love
much
these
better
pictures.
than
so much better.
Okay, let me ask you this question, guys, and to you guys on the chat. Do you think, because the way I see this when they announce this figure, especially the pictures, is that as good production as Coscaris, for example, right? Or
look, I'm trying to cover his
Boba
mouth
Fett.
with my hand. I think it's the teeth that are wigging me out.
Yeah, it is the teeth.
Yeah.
It's a little
You
much.
And if I just see the face, I mean, the top part of the face looks good.
Yes.
But again, it's a prototype, and we all know that Hot Toys are
There's a
gambles
ton of
anyway.
detail in this face sculpt, though. There
It
really
is.
is. They just need to tweak a few things.
That's why it's hard to say.
That's why the Hot Toys pictures look so bad, because there's a lot of detail and the lighting.
There's so much detail. Lighting's everything.
Right, and the lighting's not helping it at all. That's what it's making it look horrible. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's not realistic lighting. That's the problem.
He looks tan. It looks weird.
It looks weird, and I think the problem that people have is the fact that we're, especially now as inflation keeps occurring, we're dropping $300, $400, and I think just being as humans in general, I can't speak on every collector, but I think when the price is that high, people are focusing on a head sculpt. The bodies are just secondary. They really are in that if they're sculpted figures and they go, what? Okay, that's the price, and that's what I'm seeing. They're not even looking at the coat. They're not seeing the belt. They're you know what I'm saying? Your eyes are going to the character.
Boston saw it.
Well, sure, but do you see the initial reaction though is what I'm saying. So I think people sometimes get a little anxious about it and a little passionate because they're like, wait a minute. That's $400, and that's what I'm going to be looking at every day.
Right.
But I think, again, with everybody, the criticism is warranted, but just being, I don't know about all that hate shit you guys like. That's not cool. Like,
some people just take it far too seriously. They actually get infuriated and they take it personally, and
it's so
people need to
unnecessary.
chill.
Yeah, it's so
People need to
unnecessary.
chill out.
Yeah, at the end of the day, yes, this is a hobby for all of us. I mean, we love what we do. Just collect what you like. Don't even, if you don't like something right off the bat, you don't have to pre-order it. You don't have to, if I tell you I hated it or it's crap, whatever, you don't have to agree with me. Just do what you feel is right for you, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. But before I continue, guys, we are 125 people watching. Please, guys, hit the like button, por favor. We are 61 likes only, and that's kind of like a rookie numbers, man. We should have 100 by now.
Yeah,
everyone, please.
Weren't you just
hit the
telling people that you weren't going to ask them to do stuff?
And let me share the results of the poll real quick. So I asked everyone, are you happy with the Doc Ock announcement? And 62% says yes, 37% said no. So it seems to be that the way I saw this, because I've been following, different Facebook groups and reaction of people, I guess after JC Hong's announced that this is not final, a lot of people got encouraged and a lot of people start going to say, you know what? Okay, I'm going to just give the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to do this, and that kind of reflects in the numbers, because, I saw other polls where I think, Anthony, one of yours, I think, was actually almost there.
Almost, yeah. And that's the thing, because you guys know, like, well, I work with, X06, and I feel like, and I know people, and I know the work that goes into sculpting, and I know the work that goes into painting, and it's like, I don't know how I would feel, because I don't do it. I do the video stuff. But if I worked on it, and then everybody was like, you and like, you piece of shit, and da-da-da, and like, I'd be like, dude, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean? That wouldn't be that's just that's not cool, man. So I feel like, let people do their okay, I think you can hear me. I disconnected my headphones, but
yeah.
It's like, let people do their thing. They said it's a prototype. Give them the benefit of the criticism's warranted when it's valid. But don't overstep this isn't Twitter.
Right.
Right.
It's like, just be civil. It's a collection. We all love these things. If you shit on somebody over and over again, guess what? Maybe he's like, you know what? I'm done.
I'd say fuck it. I would walk away.
I'm done. I'm going to get a different job if people are going to keep threatening me, or you know what I mean? It's not worth it, bro. It's supposed to be
That's
fun.
exactly what happened with Tony Stank. They went to JC Home for, like, they want to kill him. I said, dude, I didn't do nothing. Leave me alone.
For what?
For what?
For what?
People take stuff so serious. I mean, yes, again, they're not putting a gun in your head to buy anything. So if you don't want it, don't buy it. Simple as that. Just wait.
Right.
You don't have to pre-order anything right now. If you want, perfect. If you don't, perfect. Simple as that. Now, with that being said, I'm going to ask this to everyone. So now, pre-order now or wait for the release later? So now that we've seen this type of, controversial releases that people are talking about, and it's a fair game, because, again, we all have our opinions, and we all have different points of view, and everything is valid at this point. There's really not right or wrong answer. But I'm going to go with Easy on this one to start. So, Easy, you saw the Doc Ock. We spoke about this, what we like, what we don't like, what we think should improve. Now, will you still pre-order it, or will wait until the figure is actually released, even though you haven't seen the improved or revised head sculpt, for example?
This thing revised, improved, whatever they were doing or whatever they're not doing. I'm going to take this as every other Hot Toys I pre-order. I'm going to pre-order it because that's just what I do with the Hot Toys. It's not that massive hate that, I got to see what's going to happen. That's just, you're just telling yourself a story in your head until the day you either miss out and pay overpriced for it. Feel like,
and then bitch.
Feel like an idiot. And then bitch. And then bitch. So I'll just pre-order it. I mean, it's not. And then when phase 2 of the hype comes out, when Sam Raimi's suit is dropped, everybody's going to be rushing. Everybody's going to be running over, trying to get this whole set done up in their little collection, and microwaves is all beeping. So I'm just pre-ordering as I am pre-ordering every other Hot Toys I have. So that's done. Everything's done for that.
Fabio.
No, so of course I pre-order everything, but my thing is
Everything.
no, I really do. Every Hot Toys I pre-order all the time. I don't do it out of fear of missing out because I could guarantee you Hot Toys is making plenty and nothing's gonna be out. That's my opinion at least. But I pre-ordered just out of habit. When I first started, things would run out. Like I remember, I'll never forget this. I wanted a regular original plastic Mark 7 battle damage, and that figure sold out after it was put on for pre-order. It sold out within hours, and I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "I can't believe I missed this figure." Anyway, so after that, I learned my lesson. I pre-ordered everything ever since, just everything. But now it's just out of habit. It's not like, oh my God, I'm going to miss out. I need to pre-order. No, it's not. That's not how I look at it. I just pre-order because I know that I'm going to like the figure. I like Hot Toys, like I said. They're the best of the best of the best. At their worst, they're the best of the best of the best. So there's nothing for me to complain about. There's nothing for me to say, oh my God, I don't like this. Again, if I don't like it, I won't buy it. But I know I'm going to like it because it's Hot Toys. So I pre-order everything anyway.
So I get everything anyway.
Yeah, everything like 20 of the same. Yeah. Josh, I'm gonna ask you the same question. Do you still pre-order stuff?
Yeah. So obviously I run a business, but I'm a collector at first, and I pre-order any anything I want. I pre-order day one and I'm mostly a statue collector, and those are literally for sure not going to sell out day one because they don't set an edition size until X amount of time. But the reality is I've missed out on statues that I didn't pre-order day one. A month in, the edition size still says to be determined, and they waitlist the fucking thing because they can't make anymore. There's too many to make. The edition size was so high and there was so much demand. And the reality is I don't worry so much about the prototype because if a figure differs or statue differs that much from a prototype, usually you can get your deposit back. I mean, that's typically not an issue. Like, for example, I know this was brought up, and this is probably a hot button discussion, but that Joker from Prime 1, the Dark Knight Joker.
Yeah.
You know what? I still think it's fucking amazing.
I do. Money. I think it's trash.
You know what's funny? I know nothing about
but it depends on the collector.
I know nothing about statues, and I know everything about that one statue. That's how bad it was.
I still think it's a great piece, though. And you know what? I still sold out and I had to get more because there was still such high demand. I still think it's a great piece.
Yeah, but how are you going to say it's a great piece when you're just like, it's trash?
But it's not. It's not bad, though. Yes, it differs
it's not that it's trash. It's just not the prototype. It's not the
prototype.
Right.
It's, most
Far
people
from
are okay
I had
with
that.
that.
I had that statue on order, and I had to cancel. It just the prototype they shown was not the product, and
it's completely night and day.
The difference. That's the difference where you can say yes and hate.
And this is the difference. You are paying $1,400-$1,500 for a statue based on the amazing pictures that you saw, right? Of course, it's always going to be a decline in the mass production piece.
Every statue ever differs from the prototype.
Yes, I know.
Always.
But there's a difference. You can be 100% on the prototype and 95% on the final product. Acceptable. Right. Good. Right. Very good. But if you have 100% and you go to 80%, that's a huge decline. For a 1,500, it's a lot of money. That's the reason why I was this close.
But the question there, then, how often does that happen?
Not often.
Right. So why would you not secure your order for a piece that you want? Think of it, it's a little bit of a gamble. So, so it's not often. So 2% of the time, a prototype and a final product is going to be severely different. Why would you risk not getting a figure or a statue? If you want it, get it. If you don't want it, don't fucking look back and be done with it. But don't do this back and forth.
If you cancel statues or no? Depending on who you're buying from or no, you lose your money.
I think it depends. If a prototype is that bad, people.
Hey Josh, if Infinity screws up on Joker, you got me on my depositor.
Honestly,
hold your thought. Before you go, I want to say hi to Danovi 2 in the house. Doc Ock style, fantastic panel. Duck for the win. Thank you, my friend. Danovi.
We love Danovi.
Wait, so I got a question for you, Josh.
Yes.
I saw a picture of the character, I don't know his name, from Dunes. The head sculpt looks amazing.
Right.
Now,
It's
what
Blitzway.
is right? So now, what is the percentage? Like, how good do you think that's going to translate into the final product? Because I know it's not going to be the same.
Blitzway normally has and that's Blitzway was Joker too.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm asking, because I remember it was the same thing.
With Prime 1.
Blitzway has a great track record. That's the thing, though, which is why the Joker was so shocking. So what I'm thinking happened is they changed the factory. And what happens in these situations, the first batch gets out in China, everyone loses their shit, and they take a product back to the factory. That's what happened. I know no one here collects Berserk, but that's what happened with the statue Slam.
He's like, I do.
Who does?
Fabio goes Berserk.
Who does?
Dante said.
You don't collect Berserk.
It's right there behind him.
It's behind me.
No, he thought you said dessert. He does dessert.
Oh, I thought, yeah. I thought you said
he like pastries and pies and all that stuff.
No, so they literally, without saying anything, it released, batch 1 released in China. People fucking hated the head sculpt. The hair was shit. They took every single piece back to the factory without saying a word. They didn't update anyone. They didn't tell anyone. And they just delayed it 9 months. And now they're releasing it again, and it's wonderful. So I guarantee you that's what's happening with the Joker. There's no Joker on the way right now. The ones that everyone's canceling, there's nothing on the way right now. There is nothing in a container in China. There's nothing produced. I have not a single Dark Knight Joker headed here anytime soon.
So you're saying they're improving it?
I guarantee you they went back to the factory and are repainting the head sculpts because so many people canceled.
We have a guest. Mario Professoro is in the house.
What up?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing tonight?
Chilling, man.
What's good, man?
What I think is going to happen is Blitzway always has had a good track record. It's very rare that this is the only release I've ever seen where it's gone to shit. So, I mean, you look at their Joaquin Phoenix Joker, that piece was different from the prototype, had the same reaction, and then people got it in hand, and it was just a lighting issue, and it's fucking amazing.
I want to say hi to my friend Ray from Hot Toys in the house. What's up, gentlemen?
Ray.
And of course, I want to acknowledge we have a new member of the channel, Whistles Figures. He became a member of the channel. Thank you, my friend. And by the way, since he became a member, I was actually forgetting about this. If you guys want to become a member of the channel, by all means, please consider doing that. We have amazing content only for members. We have different shows. You have early access to figure previews, early access to reviews, which honestly, you can skip that. But the best thing, no, I'm serious. The best thing you can actually enjoy are the shows. We have a bunch of shows coming. Actually, Fabio and myself were working on one special one, so stay tuned for that. And of course, live stream. So if you want to become a member of the channel, please consider. I put the link in the description below and also in the chat. But thank you, my friend, for becoming a member. And of course, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to all my friends' channels here, because let me tell you, all these people I have here are really good, amazing content creators. So hit the like button. Support the cause.
Thank you very much.
Support the cause.
And
now let me go.
Support the cause just because.
Just because. And, you know, pre-order if you want. Don't pre-order if you want. Love it if you want. Hate it if you want. It's all good, man. Jonathan, what are your thoughts about this? Pre-order now or wait until the figure is released or statue or whatever?
So before I say anything, Josh, do you have a deposit that you have to put on Ock with you?
I do.
Okay, so I don't want to step on no toes or nothing and bring up anything, but honestly, like, it doesn't matter where you purchase your figures or anything from. I personally feel like, well, obviously check out Josh here. I don't want to again check my man's out.
Thank you,
but obviously, like, I feel like, and I know I brought this up on 1/6 scale man show before. Pre-ordering, I feel like is sort of paying for our vote, because it's like, hey, again, we want more Marvel villains. So by taking that money back, I understand right now it's a touchy issue, because again, with Doc Ock, you got that portrait that, some people absolutely hate it. I think it's okay. I'm not going to say I hate it. I don't think it's perfect. I like the direction they're going in. If I were purchasing it, I personally will pre-order now, because I would like to see them do more. It's no reason not to, for me personally.
Right. I agree with that.
That's good. That's a good point. Again, at the end of the day, Your wallet is the one who makes the decision, and your wife, if you're married, or your partner, whoever is with you and help you pay the bills. Those are the ones who
I don't
also
listen
make
to
the
my
decision.
wife, right, babe?
She's like, shut up. Anthony, what are your
Good
thoughts
Lord.
about this?
She's right behind you with the broom.
I want to see that.
Well, I think it depends. If we're talking strictly Hot Toys,
No, and it could be anything. Like,
well, it's gray. It's gray. Like, here's the thing. Like, again, X06.
Is Ray?
We do the Star Trek stuff, right? We have timed. There's limited time. We'll announce a figure, and there's a pre-sale until like X date. Usually. So you need to pre-order, because if you don't, you miss out. That's just how it is. And I know with Mario, he knows, and Josh, same with certain statue companies.
Yep.
They'll drop something and be like, yo, where's my money? You want it? Because you have to get it quick. Now, but with Hot Toys, I'd kind of agree almost entirely with Fabio in the sense that pre-ordering used to kind of be a thing, because, and I was even talking about this earlier today, is that, when Hot Toys, let's just say Star Wars, if we stick with Star Wars, there were no Star Wars figures. Then there was 1, and then there was 2, and there was 3. You know what I'm saying? So they would go quick. But now I feel like the market's oversaturated. Not only just Star Wars, but then the Marvel licenses, the DC license. So you have this huge array of a vast library, even current. And let's not even talk about sold out or grails, just current releases and current upcoming releases. There's so much that I feel like I don't pre-order anymore. Because and Fabio, again, he says it's habit, right? I totally get it if you're used to it and you can afford it and you just have a system in your head, so it's comfortable. You're just, I'm in the routine, right? Totally cool. I don't necessarily agree though, with putting the pre-orders down to show, because that's a counter argument a lot of people make. They're like, well, if you don't put it on a pre-order, how do they? I don't think Hot Toys and companies in general even. They may look at pre-orders, but I don't think it's a deciding factor. I think what they look at is the sales numbers. How much did this thing sell?
I think that Hot Toys, on top of all that, I think they, like you said, they saturate the market all at the same time while preventing the eBay market to take off. So they make so much, that's why I feel like I won't have to worry if I don't pre-order, because they make so much to keep that eBay market down for as long as possible. Because if you notice, once they sell out, boom, that's when eBay takes off. So I feel like they make a certain amount, a lot, to hold that off for as long as possible until they, they give you whether
until
it's
the
a
next
reissue or
release,
2.0.
and it just kind of rolls trying to keep it all the way down. So
now, if that's the case, yeah, I totally get it, because look at Iron Man, look at Thanos. They can't give those away. They made so many, right?
Yep.
Now that's you can't, why pre-order Thanos if they made a Garden Thanos? I'm not pre-ordering. I'm gonna wait until I can get free shipping.
So I just feel like the CW Flash came out, right? And during that time when that Flash was coming out, a lot of people were like, "Oh, we should all pre-order it. We should all pre-order it because." Maybe we don't know if, maybe if they get a lot of pre-orders, they'll make a CW Arrow or a CW Supergirl, or you continue that line, right? But that's where I'm saying I don't think it matters, because if the Flash comes out and it sells, whatever they make, 30,000 units sell, then they're going to look at that and be like, shit, he did pretty good. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't really think they look at pre-orders in that respect. They look at the ended sales, what's our total that we've made, and then kind of determine from it's hard, man, because a lot of people who collect are also into gaming too. There's a huge majority of that, and I think there's this mindset where everybody's like, pre-order this, pre-order that, and then you pre-order something and they give you something that's not that great, and you're like, why am I giving these guys money when I can have it invested in something else? And this is a year and a half out. So unless there's a serious risk of this thing selling out before, getting waitlisted before it comes out, for me, I'm just not going to pre-order.
You just don't know when that might happen. Look at Heavy Mando though. If you missed out,
there was no demand in the beginning.
Regret it.
Yeah.
And if you want to get into the money aspect of it, talking about giving, whether it's Sachi or any company that takes a deposit, all this money, right? For example, they're holding your money for they could have that money, all this pre-order money, in an account, making making interest off of it, right? So my point of this is when you have a delay, right? So let's say it'll say from January till March, right? But then they have to extend that deadline. If you want to get, real into, like I said, the whole money thing, we should be getting some type of, obviously we're not going to get money back, but give us a discount. You know what I mean? Give us free shipping. Give us a 10. You're keeping
I totally
like a 50%
get that.
discount code for Comic Concept.
But the problem with that, no, because this is perfect. Because let me tell you how it goes from a retail standpoint. The reality is those deposits aren't built-in interest. Like the deposits I use.
No. I'm not saying that it does. I'm just saying, what if it that happened with the delays? I'm not saying that that's what you guys do. I'm just, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, no, because those deposits, I spend them the second. Like I spend extra money to make sure I have stock for the people who want.
Well, yeah, you're constantly flipping.
Right.
And
Like,
you're using
when you see Josh posting like new clothes or like I don't know. Like
that's my anesthesia money. You leave me alone.
that's my money. That's my money. But anyway, before you guys continue, I want to go with Jay because he's pretty much half asleep right now. He's like, you're not gonna give me time to talk. Jay, come on, tell us. What pre-order now? Wait for later. Don't buy anything. Quick collecting.
Well, quick collecting. That'll save you a lot of money. No, I mean, honestly, I'm a little torn because I mean, you got situations like the Heavy Mando where it sold out before it even came in stock at Sideshow. You got situations like that, but situations like that, I mean, they don't happen that often as well. But me personally, I pre-order some things and I buy. To be honest with you, I wait and I do a lot of waiting and just wait for it to come out and then I just buy what I want, honestly. And I used to pre-order a lot from Sideshow. As a matter of fact, I still have stuff waiting from Sideshow, and I stopped buying from Sideshow maybe 2 years ago, but I still got stuff waiting. I even got a Battle Damage Iron Man Battle Damage 85 that I'm still waiting to get. The thing with Sideshow, they used to have this thing where, if you pre-order, if you day one pre-order, you'll get it you'll be one of the first people to get it and everything like that once it hits the States. Not as much. I mean, I saw that with, I think, what was it? The Spider-Man Miles Morales figure when that came out. My cousin had ordered his day one ordered it. And then my nephew ordered it after it already released, and he actually got his before my cousin got his, and he day one pre-ordered. So that whole thing kind of like
they're jumbling the orders in pre-order.
I kind of feel like
exactly, and that's why.
But that's Sideshow. Most retailers other retailers will ship out based on order date.
Yeah, and I totally get that, but that's what I'm saying. That's why personally I don't do. Right. I'll still buy. I'm not gonna say I don't. I still buy some stuff from Sideshow, especially if it's stuff that you can only get from them. But as it comes to Hot Toys, I pretty much buy. I wait and I buy what I want and stuff like that, or I'll just buy it if I see it in a comic store. I'll buy it.
I wanna address this question from Hand in the Box Inc. I just pre-ordered Doc Octopus in Sideshow and they charged me $0 for the pre-order. Is that normal? It is normal, but I think you locked. Like, I don't think you can cancel this. I mean, you can cancel anything you want.
They'll charge you.
But
they'll charge you if you cancel.
I think they will charge if you cancel. So I think, it's a caveat.
Wait. So they're gonna charge you what? The non-refundable deposit that they didn't give you?
I think so. I don't know. I don't
your credit card.
I'm assuming.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You have to add your credit card to the account when you order. So if you cancel it, they will, and you agree to it when you hit the terms of service checkbox, you will be charged a fee based on the value of the product.
Expect a lawsuit.
Yeah, you gotta look at the terms of checkbox.
I was gonna say, you could just
always
expect to be homeless after this.
But it's not usually normal though. But I've noticed it though with like Sony stuff.
Yeah,
the Sony properties, sure. They don't seem to have like Venom, Carnage. They.
Right.
I believe a Green Lantern even doesn't have an NRD.
Right. But let me go to Mario with this one. Mario, do you pre-order a lot or do you normally wait when the figure or statue or anything is released before you commit to it?
I typically pre-order everything for the most part. I'm kind of I'm falling behind a little bit right now, and I don't feel like any problem with it, just because of the idea is I think you can kind of gauge the market when it comes to Hot Toys as far as which figures have the hype where you don't have to pre-order or not. You know what I mean? So like we're looking at right now the Wonder Woman Golden Armor. That thing it hasn't come out yet, but the collector version is ready to be waitlisted anytime. So that's another one that I feel that there wasn't that much interest in that might warrant a pre-order if you actually wanted it. But if you're talking Star Wars is the hot commodity right now. So if you wanted to actually order anything regarding Star Wars, I think you can wait. You know, unless it was just like a real lesser known like B-list, C-list type of character, like a Death Star gunner. That wasn't really much of a large batch at all. So, and now that thing's a damn grail. So
yeah, you can't even get it. You just can't get it.
I mean, I'm personally grateful that I picked it up when I did. As Anthony alluded to, even with statues, you also have like a time window. With who was it? Weta Workshop. They only do so many for like about a week.
Yeah, Weta is
that's
fun.
it. Whatever they get in a week,
most companies are a 2-week window before they either close orders or they set an edition size.
Right. And
Prime one is the exception.
Easy mentioned earlier, J&D. Those suckers sell out like in minutes.
4 seconds. I swear to God, like you don't even know it. Just like there was a pre-order.
Use this,
right?
You sold. I'm like, oh, come on.
Basically, man. But yeah, typically for me, I do pre-order a lot from various retailers. I'm trying to steer away from Sideshow, but the fact that I'm fairly local to them, where I can get whatever I pre-order the next day, pretty much. So that's kind of a plus for me. But at the same time, I'm getting raped and shipping, getting charged, the same rate as everyone else for them from across the coast.
I wanna hear what he's saying. Josh, I have to mute you, Josh, because you were talking to your girlfriend. I think dirty stuff. We don't want to hear that.
Oh, no, I thought Josh was going to make a point right now too.
I thought he was too.
Josh ain't making no points.
But yeah,
No,
to wrap it up in general, I think it's easy enough to gauge the market where you have to pre-order or not. Just based off how hot a certain figure announcement is, and how the community actually receives it.
Right, and it's a good approach too, because now I don't have any ties with anybody, any reseller or anything. I'm pre-ordering now because but I wait. I don't do day one pre-order. As soon as it drops, I pre-order. I wait a little bit, maybe a few weeks, couple months, and then I just pre-order it, just to kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna secure it because I have a feeling this one is gonna be a hot figure, so I don't want to kind of like lose. But so at the end of the day, it's up to you, right? Whatever you have as preference. If you want to pre-order now, pre-order it tomorrow, pre-order later, or wait until it's released, it's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, it's just how you conduct your own business, right? We can just tell you what we do normally, what our experience is, and of course, your partner, your wife, your wallet will make the decision for you. And I think if you're like, for example, I'm gonna put the example Fabio, for example, right? He pretty much, he's a big collector. He collects a lot. It makes sense for him to pre-order because he doesn't want to miss on anything. He doesn't want to risk the chance of something sell out and then be like, what the hell? How am I gonna get this now? Because if you don't do that, you might pay the price later. Is it common? I don't think it is. I haven't, I guess what the Heavy Mando was one of those that, waitlisted before.
Super rare, though, right?
It happened with Venom, but then it came back to life again. So, those things. So again, there's really not right or wrong approach. It's just preferences and what works best for you. That's all we can actually say, right? And I want to address this super chat real quick. Is Popsic 4.99? It's very weird the Sideshow isn't charging NRDs for No Way Home figures. They also aren't allowing payment plans. Ooh. And I have my theory on this. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So look what happened. I guess they knew that people are gonna be not too happy about the Doc Ock prototype. They can expect that to happen. But the fact that they didn't reveal the head sculpt of Green Goblin. That's another thing as well. They didn't want to create. That's the reason why they didn't release Doc Ock first, because they knew if they do Doc Ock first, everyone is going to be trashing Green Goblin automatically, even if it's good. They're going to try to find something, something. And especially if they blur the head sculpt, it's going to be even worse because they're going to say, oh, what the hell now? So I think 100% they're going to correct that. I think when you get the final product, you're going to be more than happy. Everyone who canceled the pre-orders or they don't want to do this at all, when it's sold out or when it's about to go waitlisted, man, you're going to see a lot of people like trying to get this. And me personally, I will go with the deluxe because you have, I think Fabio mentioned this. You have the option to change the tentacles, and that's a good thing. You can use the regular version or the nanotech one
for $30.
For $30 more,
they're too good. I mean, I could use those as like diorama base, or something. To play around with.
If $30 is the margin, if $30 is the difference, why even bother having two different versions?
Yeah, it's
interesting. You know what I mean? I mean, might as well just keep it at the deluxe, and that's it. I mean, what's $30? I mean, yeah, I think most will actually opt for the deluxe version. I mean, for those that are actually going to pick it up, but yeah, it's just kind of weird. But going back real quick to his Popsic. I remember for the No Way Home figures, there was the same thing happening where they actually they didn't charge any NRD and they weren't also applying any payment plans either. They weren't offering any, but later on down the line they actually did. That's
because it's too far away in the game. It's coming in 2023. So I mean, why you gotta pay it off something that you're not gonna see in like a year and a half?
Yeah, I had that Black Suit Spider-Man on pre-order with the Molten Man, and I ended up canceling it. When I first pre-ordered it, I wasn't charging NRD, but when I canceled it, sure enough, I got taxed with an NRD. So either way, Sideshow's gonna get their money, man.
Oh yeah, they ain't playing for sure. All right, so now let's talk about the next topic I want to address, and maybe you're gonna like this one.
Like a panther. Yes. Yes. Yes.
That never gets old.
That never gets old, man. I think we're all gonna remember that meme forever. That's not going away. So we got this amazing because I actually like this one pretty much. This is a premium format Boba Fett, and I'm gonna start with Mario in this one because he came late. So we're gonna start with my friend Mario here to hear his thoughts about this one. This is, I believe, Sideshow. Yes, it is Sideshow premium format.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like this one, man. I don't know you.
No, I mean I like it too. This is the thing, is that I think they did a great job considering this looks like a fully sculpted piece. I mean, I could be wrong, but yeah, I think it turned out great considering that it's Sideshow. I think they did a pretty decent job with the actual head sculpt. It looks good all the way around. One of my friends picked up the Cara Dune, and in person it didn't look that bad, although that's nothing that I'm personally interested in. Mm-hmm. Although this Boba Fett, I'm kind of on the fence about picking it up. I really don't know because I'm kind of torn because I have to be extremely selective with my statue collecting. Right. The fact is that I'm more of an OT type of fan, right? So do I want a proper representation of Boba Fett for like Empire, or do I want this particular one from The Mandalorian? So in my opinion, I'm going to lean towards the original trilogy version, but that's not to take away anything from this one at all. It was a memorable scene from when he came back and just tore up a bunch of stormtroopers. It was great to see, and I think Sideshow did a pretty decent job coming in at $650, I believe, and the price isn't bad considering it's quarter scale as well, and also considering there's other statues nowadays quarter scale that start typically at $9.99 these days. So I think this is a pretty decent option for if you're on a budget and looking for something to this caliber.
Yeah, and it does look nice. And Easy, I know you collect statues as well. What are your thoughts about this one? I mean, the Husky doesn't look that bad.
It doesn't look that bad, but when it comes to Sideshow, I get kind of scared. This is one of the stuff when we're talking about pre-orders, I wait. Sideshow, like Mario was saying, when you look at it in person, it's like something's off. I can't say the same for Mythos. The Mythos line has been good, and the Mythos line is continuing with Vader, and we have Palpatine already in Maul, and those delivered. And for some reason, those 1/5 scales, I don't know if they're coming out which warehouse or which department, but those are killer. But anytime it came down to Sideshow making a premium format, their premium formats look dull to me. It doesn't really pop. If you really zoom in on the paint apps on this prototype, it looks moderately okay. But then upon final release, I bet you that weathering and all that detail on his jetpack and his armor is going to dim me down a little bit. I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm not saying that's the only thing they do is just, kill it when the final product is released. But from my experience in watching Sideshow stuff, like even on the Mythos, I just praised it, but the paint apps did die down a little bit. But it's nothing to be taken away from those statues. Those are just killer. The line is just killer.
When you say die down, you mean what?
What do you mean?
Huh? Like Tony's tank level?
When you say die down, you mean they fade or they're not the same when they come out?
Like it's the prototype will be vivid.
Not as exaggerated.
They're not as exaggerated. That's what it's vivid in the prototypes. But then when you get it upon release, it looks like this wash. Like it just looks
more dull. It's more dull, yeah.
So it's not the colors are not that bright. It's kind of,
right.
I see what you're saying.
When your final product comes, everything gets a little bit softer. The sculpts are a little bit more softer. Of course, it's a recasted stuff, and it just premium format really scares me. I'd wait for something like this to come out. I mean,
are these premium format 1/4 scale?
Yes. Premium formats are all 1/4 scale. The Mythos line is awkwardly enough a 1/5 scale, but they're very large pieces, being that their bases are more dynamic and crazy, and I think that's a very good size as well. It's a very nice scale. But yeah, I'll wait for the premium format to release. I'm kind of shady on this one.
Fabio, I know you have 1/4 scale figures. Would you consider to get a premium format, for example, because it's quarter scale? It's not as big as a 1/3 or like what Easy has behind it.
Yeah, never. But I think they're cool though. I mean, I like looking at them. I love statues. I love the way they look. I think they're awesome. But I just, with my collection and what I have going, I don't think I'll ever get a statue. And if I do, it's because I'm changing. What I'm collecting. I'll get rid of the 1/6 scale, and then I'll get into. But at this moment, I don't think so.
There's no way back.
There's no way back. Yeah.
I think that's why I'm afraid of getting into it, because I feel like once I get my first one, I'm gonna be like, shit, I need another one. And that's how I started with the Hot Toys, and I don't want to do that again.
I'm gonna leave Josh for the end so he can do his closing points and talk about more about this. But I'm gonna go with Jonathan on this one. Did you collect any statues, Jonathan?
I do actually. My wife gifted me the Prime 1 Studios Joker. I love that Joker.
Is that the damned Joker?
Damn, that's nice.
It's the Bermejo Joker, I believe. Isn't it?
Right. And it's
Bermejo
the deluxe or whatever that highest one was. That's the one that she got me. So shout out to my wife.
Wow. That's a big money drop.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
that thing comes up pricey. You incorporate the Prime 1 $700 shipping.
It was nasty, man. When she showed me, love me big time. But
hey, are you sure? Because did you check the shipping? No. But I just saw that. No, but look at the shipping.
She told
yeah. I used your card. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so pushing this up next to that is like, that's tough. But I have to agree with what Mario said. I think if you're trying to get your feet wet and get into the statue game, I think premium formats and Mythos lines are probably the easier way to go. Now, me personally, I don't own a premium format. I don't have a problem with Sideshow's premium format line. I think the concept and the art direction and everything like that looks good, but Easy said it best. It's like once you get it in your hand and like you see these in the stores or comic stores, especially, they look so different. I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to purchase I believe that's the Mythos line Darth Maul. But every review that I looked at, he was either cockeyed or he had something going on in this hand. Or
you say that.
Man.
I've been back and forth with Josh on that one. I just couldn't get myself on it.
Yeah, it's two hit or miss.
That was my first one in hand, and it was for my personal copy. It was an absolute masterpiece. I love that damn statue. Wow. That one along with the Ahsoka. I mean Ahsoka,
Asajj
Ventress.
Asajj Ventress. Yeah, they're both banger pieces, man. And I personally can't recommend it enough.
Don't knock Palpatine.
I don't like
know, man.
Palpatine.
Again, you know,
I know
like
everybody's like, I don't like that, but I've
the mixing
Saying all the
no,
Palpatine pieces.
No, I'm
man,
considering it,
kinda
Anthony, to
scared
be
me.
honest, because I do want to. I do want that. I do
Yeah,
like the
I'm a
idea
Vader,
of
bro.
all the Sith. Yeah, I do like the
Vader is
idea of all the
fine.
Sith on the shelf, man. So I feel like I kind of have to get Palpatine in a sense. but we'll
Palpatine's
see.
a bit pricey for the soft goods they throw on him.
I think
feel
for
like-
me
but
though,
it's
it's remember when
okay.
you used to go back to the store, like remember before COVID, remember going to the store
Mhm.
and you had to go to the counter and look over the product before actually buying it. The premium format and Mythos line is like that for me. I would have to see at least 2 boxes. Okay, what's different and which one is the better one? I just don't feel like their quality is there enough for me to just say, okay, yeah, ship me one of them personally. So, but it looks good though. It looks good. I ain't buying it.
Dante, you're muted, brother.
Sorry, Jay. What are your thoughts about this one?
Yeah.
Damn, I guess my
so-
name's Skip.
Oh, you coming, bro? You
I'm
coming?
just giving you shit.
Yeah. I'm not too this one personally is just not for me. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that head sculpt at all. And when it comes to like the premium format line from Sideshow, they do have a couple pieces that I really like and really wanted. Like that Princess Leia they did a couple years ago. Definitely wanted that in my collection. The C3PO R2D2 premium format, wanted that one as well. I know those are probably some big money right now. But yeah, they just don't. It just doesn't do it for me. Honestly, it just really doesn't. That head sculpt. I mean, going back to the Hot Toys head sculpt, the Hot Toys head sculpt just kills this to me. And I mean, and when it comes to like statues like this, I mean. Yeah, I'm like Fabio. It's like, man, if it was me, statues just it's too much space, and I'm already invested in the 1/6 scale. It'll just I'll be kicked out the house. My wife will kick me out the house and my statues, and then I have no place for me or the statues. So yeah, just can't do it. But yeah, I mean it's okay with the helmet on. It looks good. I think it looks way better with the helmet on. But for me. No, sir. Don't like it. Just don't like it.
Anthony,
What was the question?
if you like Doc Ock,
I make a big deal. No,
Come on, Skip.
I know, right? I'm just messing around, guys. Here's the thing. Like, Sideshow doesn't do very good head sculpts. I'm just gonna say that flat out. They do very well when they stick to their wheelhouse, and what I think their wheelhouse is comic book interpretations. No, not like the likeness of a real life actor. I mean, for example, that Jean Grey Phoenix, I'm gonna pick that thing up. I'm picking that up.
The cheese,
With the burnt cheese
they
and
do
everything.
amazing.
With the burnt cheese and everything, brother.
Lasagna.
Because it's like that's 90s style for me. If you guys have seen it, you've seen their X-Men line that they have been doing, and those are phenomenal pieces. They're phenomenal. But again, okay, so Cara Dune, I canceled mine. It just looked janky. So I feel like with this is they're following the same suit. Like look, with that said, it doesn't look bad. I'm actually quite shocked at how good it looks for what they're known for, what their likeness is. I still don't think it's great, but they've improved it. But there's something about the sculpt I don't know. Now the rest of it looks great.
Yeah.
So if I was to pick it up, I would be in that ballpark where the helmet stays on. Just because it's a weird. Again, I love Sideshow. I love how they do their comic book stuff. Even like that symbiote suit Spider-Man statue they do phenomenal pieces. When
like
it's
that
not
beautiful Gambit.
Yeah, right.
No. We're not talking 6 scale, bro. No, they need to just stop trying on 6 scale. But I
Well,
think
not necessarily because they do really good horror figures, though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They do.
Okay,
Yeah,
well maybe they need
not
to
100%, but is actually pretty good.
Right. That I guess is true, but I agree with Fabio. That thing is, I'm not gonna. It's just not good. You know, it's like the store brand soda, and then you get like the premium. You know what I mean? It's like it's something like that. Unless you like Dr. Thunder, then you know that's my whole.
Wow.
I know, bro.
Rock
I'm bringing it in.
I'm
just saying.
Instead of Dr. Pepper, you get Mr. Pibb.
Exactly. So, you know, and that's cool, to each their own. But again, I think the statue looks beautiful. I really do. But for me, I would rock the helmet, because even right there with that look, that's the whole thing. The pose looks great. The whole style of it looks great. But there's something that it's just not there for me. And maybe I'm being an elitist snob, because we're all so used to Hot Toys sculpts, like we're saying, and so we're used to this, like, wow, this looks really good. And then, so it's again, like I canceled my Cara Dune, and that I didn't want to, because I don't think we're ever going to get a Hot Toys of her, and I did want some representation of her other than my Black Series figure, but it just it didn't look, you know what I'm saying? It didn't hit for me. So yeah, long story short, I'm passing.
To me, this doesn't even look like Tamora Morrison, though. I mean, I see it a little bit, but no, not.
Yeah, it's just not really there.
It looked like a clone jumped in his armor. Not Boba.
Would you guys buy a third-party Cara Dune or no?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for the day. I'm sure it's coming.
Absolutely.
That's a gold mine right there.
I think once any third-party company gets into Star Wars, we're gonna get blown away.
Yeah, I think the problem is they're all afraid of the mouse.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what it is.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at that third party on Anakin. They use Hot Toys head sculpt with some rooted hair.
Karen,
look like Anna Karen. But let me go with Josh on this one. Josh, your final thoughts about this statue? You actually asked me, you shared this with me on your Facebook group. Are you into this premium format 1/4 scale statues? Well, you're on mute.
Just leave him.
Just leave him.
You're mute.
Yeah. Just nod. Everybody nod.
You're
right now.
unmuted, but now something
nod.
else is muted.
Just everybody nod.
Yeah,
like
nothing's muted. I'm just fucking with you guys.
I was like, you can hear us.
Because listen, I saw Josh like this.
No. So here's the thing with sideshow premium formats, and my opinion, it's not easy to do a likeness head sculpt on Polystone when you're not charging enough to do perfect likeness. For example, you look at a Prime 1 Joaquin Phoenix Blitzway Joker. Okay, let's use that as an example. It's a 3rd scale, super basic base. It's just a couple of steps with a couple of props. How much is that piece? Like $1,300. Okay. One head sculpt, no swap outs. Okay, that is a $1,300 statue. It's 1/3 scale. It's a little larger, but it's $1,300. This is $650 at Sideshow, $620 at Comic Concepts, and you know,
that's a
really.
And
okay.
you know, the thing is, if you want perfect quality in a likeness sculpt on a Polystone statue, you're going to have to pay nearly double what they're charging. So this is more of a budget likeness statue line. I think with the helmet, it's fucking awesome. It is
like
an incredible statue.
Entry-level statue, pretty much. Put it like that.
Yeah, it's basically it's not even entry level. It's a great piece for what its price is. You have the option to have the likeness of your favorite Mandalorian Boba Fett unsculpted, or you can throw on his helmet and it looks like a badass statue, because it's not super hard to paint on Polystone the details of his helmet. And the reality is, you want to compare it to Hot Toys, but look at the surface you're painting on. Right? So I don't exactly know what that material is. Is it silicone? What would you call it?
What?
On a Hot Toys head sculpt.
It's like resin, I guess.
Yeah, so
Plastic.
they don't paint those skin pores. That's just how the resin comes.
Right.
Polystone's a very different situation, and it's a very different sculpting process. And it's impossible to get that perfect likeness without upgrading to the next level, and it's usually because of a stellar paint job for more money. I think if you want this statue, appreciate the helmeted sculpt, but really I think this is more of a piece to throw his helmet on, and it's a great statue. It's a stellar premium format figure.
I know a few people getting it, and they're just getting it for the helmeted look.
Right. It's a
They're not getting
stellar
it
piece.
for-
If you want likeness, it's there for the fan. It's kind of like a fan service there. It's not going to be perfect. They know it's not going to be perfect because you're not going to pay for the perfect. Simple as that. If you want to pay for perfect, pay for Prime 1.
That's true.
And if
Good
you guys
point.
want to know how
Good point.
sculpting works, just please watch the movie Ghost.
Hell yes, with Patrick Swayze.
So we are.
Listen, though,
Sorry, Anthony. Before you go real quick, we are about 130 people watching, and we only have 92 likes. Come on, guys, hit the like button.
please,
Please,
like.
let's make it to 100 likes. And let me share the results of the poll that I did for pre-order now or wait for later. So 71% said wait,
Wow.
and 28% said pre-order.
Wow.
So it is I think the market is changing a lot. Now people are more cautious. They want to wait until they see the final product. They want to make sure that what they're going to get is good because, again, you don't want to lose your deposit either. So even if it's $20, $25, $40, whatever that is, still your money. You don't want to lose that. So that's why before you make a decision.
At least 50% of those people who said no, who said not to pre-order, they're definitely pre-ordering Doc Ock. 100%.
Definitely pre-ordering, and the other percentage is going to experience a time where they regret not pre-ordering. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's definitely times that you do regret pre-ordering though.
But
and now you're
is
like,
it
I'm
more
broke
or less?
and I have to cancel these these deposits.
I have never canceled a single Hot Toys figure since I started. Ever.
I've never
and I've never regretted it. I've never regretted, oh my God, this figure sucks. Ever.
I
Never
regret it.
I think
I
you're the
actually
exception, not the rule. I mean, like, I think everybody on this panel's had to cancel a pre-order at some point and lose their NRD.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
not me.
Can I ask a
Keep
question?
everything and sell it.
Can I ask a question? Has anybody ever
it.
returned a figure? Like they didn't like the figure. They didn't like the figure at all to the point where they just returned it back to Sideshow wherever.
Oh, yeah.
Dante.
Grievous.
I know you, Grievous.
Dude, I kept.
Yeah,
I,
but
you know,
Grievous
I
was
kept the
upsetting.
figure. I
That
kept
was
the
bullshit.
figure.
But that
When
figure
they
was
said-
like damaged. It wasn't like you didn't like it.
That was faulty.
It was
Yeah.
like they said, oh yeah, we're gonna fix the joints. It's gonna be good. I got the
It-
figure. I
it
said,
needed a
okay,
new
let me put the
Well,
Cadillac
they
arm.
didn't
converter.
fix it. That's why no one's gotten their Grievous figures yet. That's why there's not even. I have not heard a single thing about my entire batch of Grievous. That thing went back to the factory. They ripped apart the previous factory, and they're working on the batch right now. I guarantee you, they're done releasing the shit joint Grievous. There's no chance they're going to lose that kind of money.
All right,
You
let
wanna
me
bet?
ask this question. Let me ask this question to the chat,
think
and then
you
I'm
would.
gonna ask this question to the panel. How many of you guys on the chat have canceled pre-orders? And if so, how often do you do it? Like, do you normally buy, cancel, or wait? Because some people pre-order a lot and cancel a lot too. But I just want to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna start with Jonathan on this one. How many times you cancel pre-orders? Do you normally do
Wow.
it?
How many times have I canceled a pre-order? I can't. I think the one pre-order that I wish I canceled was the Incinerator Trooper. It's not because it's a bad figure. It just doesn't have a place in my collection. But to answer the question directly, no, I personally haven't canceled a pre-order. And if I did, because I don't personally remember, I wanted a second one just because I wanted it somewhere else on a second shelf, but I don't recall ever doing that personally. No.
What about you, Jay? I
To
cancel
be
everything.
honest with you, quite
Phil?
often. I cancel a lot. I mean, and the reason
besides-
why.
I'm sorry. Let me just ask you. Why did you? I mean, why is that? Because you're not happy about the figure, or maybe you say, you know what, I don't feel like I should spend this much money. I'd rather lose $30 than losing $300, for example.
I'll be 100% honest. Sometimes I could be kind of impatient, and I'll end up buying. Or I bought, especially when I started my channel, I was buying overseas a lot. And then when it came out, I was like, damn, this looks so tight. I want it now. And then I would go and buy it. And then I go and look at it because I did the pre-order so like maybe 6 months, a year ago, that money is already gone. So I forgot about the $35 or $45. And then I would cancel it, and I would lose I would lose my NRD. That happened a lot. When I, definitely when I first started doing a lot of reviews. So since then I pretty much got smarter at how I do it. So now it's like, okay, for certain things, if I know I'm definitely going to get it, but I know I can wait on it, I'll pre-order it. And then if it's stuff that I really want, like that Boba Fett 2-pack, I was like, okay, I got to get this. I want this right away. So I didn't pre-order that because I knew that was going to be something that I wanted to get right away. And that's pretty much how I do it. Some things I pre-order, some things I don't. But in my early days, yeah, I canceled a lot of pre-orders, and it was I wasted a lot of money, to be honest. Completely transparent, a lot of money.
No, it is
a lot of NRDs.
And TK finally to brought a good point. I think you guys have to sort of realize that not all of us have YouTube channel. How many of you pre-ordering is based on having to create content? If I'm gonna speak about myself, I actually lost money because not for real, because I bought bought a lot from Hong Kong to get the content out, right?
Exactly.
And at the same time, I was actually keeping some of them. So I was ending up losing money.
Exactly.
Now,
but that's because you didn't know what to do, but now you know what to do, so it's different.
Now I know what to do, so it's different. So
he's like, I got the figure. How do I turn on the camera?
But now it's different because now, either I buy it from Hong Kong and then sell it because again, I don't have any ties with anybody, and then just kind of pre-order it and wait. I guess is how you learn to survive, right? Because if you're gonna keep buying day one and you don't have any hookup, you're gonna be broke in no time.
You're gonna be broke, and you're gonna be in debt very quick.
Like it will take you, I will say, 2 months, and then you go. That's it.
Yeah,
that's like.
Yeah, I want to answer that question too, because I don't think I've personally bought anything that I said I need to do this for YouTube, at least not yet. I think at the point, when I start monetizing and seeing how the money flow come in and, obviously Patreon or whatever that we do, because we all do something, right? Then it's like, okay, I'll try it, because obviously being that first review out, people want to see it. Right. You purchased from Hong Kong, like you said, the 2-pack Boba Fett, for example. Hell yeah, I want that 2-pack Boba Fett myself. I just want it for me. But it's even better when you're able to put that review out, because one, if you're monetizing, you're obviously going to get something from the ads. Not a ton of money, but that come over time. We can talk about that all day long, though. But for that, personally, I haven't done it yet, but I do want to try it at some point.
In that game, honestly.
That I don't actually keep, that I do my review, because again, not because I don't like it. I actually like the figure, but I don't have the space. If I have the space, I will probably keep a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. But because my space is this, I can't. Even though sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I tell Fabian and Easy, like, man, I want to keep this figure, but I can't. I don't have space. And it's hard to part ways with it. It's difficult.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Sometimes you got to do
what you got to
do.
I know with me personally, it just becomes, do I want the figure that bad? It's like I was doing a thing where it was like, okay, I'm going to get this figure just because I want to get the review out. And I'll be honest, I think that is changing, especially with Sideshow doing our first look videos. So that whole thing of I'm first, that is going to change. And Dante, I think you would agree, right? I
agree. And there's a catch with that. So this is what I learned, right? Yes, Sideshow obviously is going to do what they want right away before anybody, right? Because obviously, they're working with the company. So they're going to get the figure before anybody to do the review. The problem is that they will not tell you if the figure sucks or not.
No, but the counterpoint to that, though, is, okay, yeah, it's a commercial. It's a commercial for Sideshow, and that's all it is. It's just like the other guy on YouTube. It's a commercial. So the thing is you can still do your reviews and people will value your opinion, but a lot of people just want to see it, right? So that's where Jay's point is valid, because I could just mute the Sideshow video. I don't care what they're telling me. I just want to see it, turn it around, show me the accessories, show me the articulation. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But so that's why I feel like I'm done. I'm not doing this day one unless I really want the figure for me, right? Like Jason, I can't. Wow, I really want this, right? I'm gonna get it. Cool. That's for me. That's not for anybody else to enjoy. And if I want to do the review on it, I'll do it. And if people like me, they're gonna watch that. Same with Dante. Same with everybody on this panel. So I don't think it's just it's the cat's out of the bag, so to speak, right? Because Sideshow just instantly it does it.
There you go.
Right? Spider-Man was announced, boom, it was on YouTube. Instantly.
Same
You
day,
can't compete
right.
with that.
Right. Easy.
Most of my stuff is purely because whatever I want. That's plain and simple. A lot of people know I don't fake anything. Really, I don't fake it. If I don't like a figure, I'll bash the shit out of it. I don't care how many people is saying, no, you suck. I'm like, well, you suck. Go somewhere else. I tell it straight to their face in the comments. I'm like, I don't care what you think. Like, this is what I had liked. And now I'm bringing it to YouTube. That's where it started. And that's where it's going to end. I'm going to show people what I like and my hobby, and that's my interest, and that's what people are subscribed for, and that's where you're tuning in. And I don't get figures now day one. I do have them now day one because now it's turning into a point that I am doing my hobby, and now that I'm not big, but I'm enough that I can serve my content to you now. So in that perspective, now
you have reputation. That's important.
I have a reputation.
Exactly.
All
the people don't have reputation. That's difficult. But go ahead.
Right. That's bad. Yeah. So that's now I'm like at a point where doing day one is a little bit of giving back, because it's good to see a reviewer you're keeping up with actually get the content you're looking at too. So it helps. And then I'm honest too. Some videos I don't even articulate the figure because I don't want to break it. It's my figure. Yeah, you want to see it articulated, but I'm not going to do it. It's my figure.
Bend it.
No.
Keep bending it until it breaks.
Oh,
people
man.
are like, bend it like Beckham.
This
I'm
guy
like,
knows how many times I broke pegs. It's no joke, man. Like,
Dante
those
is
pegs-
probably the one reviewer I've seen break so many figures, bending the shit out of stuff just to show people what it can do.
Yeah. You can
He'll
do
literally
that.
break something like, easy, look at this. How do I
fix it?
Like, so the leg can go about
it's like
here.
when you have an emergency in the middle of the night, you call your doctor. I'm like, easy. Shit, how do I fix this? Oh,
how do you clean it up?
Right, but
Vinegar and burn the house
in and out. Fabio.
Well, as you guys may know, I never had a YouTube channel. I never cared for that. It was never something I wanted to do.
But make sure you subscribe to his channel. I put the link in the description below. Right.
I over the years, I just collected for myself. I never wanted to show anybody anything. I'm just a very private person in general. So I started noticing over the years, like, people would post really cool pictures of their stuff, and I was like, wow. I was like, that's cool. I was like, now I really want to start showing my stuff. And I slowly started little by little. And then that's when I was like,
posting?
because I don't post, because I started seeing like all these people posting their stuff, like really cool, not just people posting a figure, people's collections. And I started really enjoying looking at people's collections. And I was like, wow, this is cool. And I had my own collection. I have my own big collection, but I could appreciate, I really enjoy, for example, Boston Collectors in the back, or even Easy. One or a couple figures per shelf on a D12. I think that's the classiest look for a figure. I think they look beautiful. Obviously, I'm way past that. I have like 6, 7 in a D12 shelf, which is, they just get overly crowded. So I enjoyed looking at people's, whether it's a lot or a little. Any collector will love looking at collections, period. So that's why I wanted my channel. I wanted my channel just to be able to show people who enjoyed looking at, collections, to look at the figures. That's it. It wasn't to show off, because again, I've been collecting since like 2009. Nobody knows who I am to this day, and that was on purpose. It was because I didn't want to, I didn't want to be that. I'm not that person. But at this point now, it's like, all right, like, I feel like people deserve to look at it. You know what I mean? It's not something that's common. I know that, not everybody has as much as I have, which again, it's not about having a lot, but
nobody has what you have.
Weird flex, but
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much.
No, it's
No kidding.
it's
No,
not
no,
like
but it's not.
Fabio
No,
can just-
but it's not. But it's not. It's not at all. Though that's the thing. Like, and
Right.
and it's funny you say that because I was on a stream the other day, and somebody said, they thought that I was coming on these shows to flex my and I've never been
No.
that person. You know what I mean? I've never been that person, just in general. So
I never
I
felt
wanted the
like that
channel.
looking
That's
at
not
your stuff either.
enjoyable.
Again, it's just not me. There are people who love to flex, though. They love it. I just, I don't do
Of
that.
course. I mean, there
Right,
are cultures
sorry.
that love to flex their money. Like that's the
It
culture.
was
Right.
good.
I have to show this one. This
so
one's pretty good.
I wanted my channel just for
I'm a
that. For
quiet,
people who
easygoing
want to
guy.
look at a lot of stuff or just figures in general. Enjoy
Takes
it.
off
That- I don't,
So-
I don't constantly tell people join my channel or promote my channel. I don't. When they ask me, I do, but you don't see me anywhere promoting anything because it's just not, it's not something that I look, look to be. It's not.
This is Rider Reviews. That's a good one. Thank you for the 199 super chat, my friend Fabio. I'm a private person. Takes off his shirt.
You know, in
That's a
the
good one.
Avengers, in the Avengers when they're like, we have a Hulk.
Thank you, man.
This is our network's Hulk right here.
We have a Fabio.
We have a Fabio.
Fabio.
Yeah.
Don't start flexing.
Yeah.
We have a Hulk.
It's like
I'm gonna go with Mario on this one. Mario, what are your thoughts about that? I don't know what I put it now.
Wow. Whatever that was.
My man.
No, yeah,
coughed.
man. No worries, bro. I'm looking at my Sideshow orders now. I've only canceled from Sideshow, considering that I have multiple orders from other retailers. Well, my LCS and other mom and pop shops, I won't cancel anything. Just out of principle, to be honest, because I really want to support them as much as possible.
That's love.
That being said, I got about 46 canceled orders I'm looking at right now.
God
And
damn.
there's a lot, man. That Sideshow, all right.
Comic Concepts. Josh is
I was
like,
gonna
"What?"
say, fuck, give me those cancellations.
So anyway, so what happened was, I mean,
This guy's
in
a
my earlier
business within himself.
in my earlier days, I mean, I didn't know what I actually wanted. I mean, I see that I've canceled multiple figures or the same figures multiple times. I'm like, what the hell? So, either life happens at a time where I really couldn't, swing it, but most of the time it's just that I just happen to change my mind. I mean, I just don't want to go down a certain direction. I know there were a couple of them that I'm looking at in which I saw that other retailers had them first. Other retailers in the States actually had them first before Sideshow did. So I was like, what the hell? So I just took the L on them with the NRD and just got them elsewhere. Because I didn't want to wait. I didn't know how much longer I'd actually wait for these figures to come in.
Right.
But yeah, man. I mean, I'm not against it. It's not a problem. And people have their reasons for canceling orders, and yeah. So, but that's me, man.
That's good. Did everyone answer that question from TK592? Who was
I have not.
you?
Josh, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Should I go last? I know we like to mute me till everyone's done.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Okay.
I'll go
If
last.
you insist. I
I
mean,
insist.
He gets muted.
yeah, no.
Gets muted. Oh man.
Did you really mute him?
Go ahead.
I have your address.
Anywho,
Wait. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
God damn it. No, I mean, for me, I've never canceled a piece. In my opinion, and this is before Comic Concepts, I've had the same mindset. My opinion is, okay, I don't want the piece anymore. Swing the money for now. When it sells out, or maybe right when it drops, I can sell it. I'm just not a big believer in... I'm pretty greedy. I'm not a believer in giving up non-refundable deposits. I'd rather just take the figure and figure it out later. So, I mean, I have my own store, and I still have a pre-order list a mile long. And I'm blessed to where, okay, if I want to cancel my own shit, I'll just put it up on Comic Concepts. But that's not how it's always been. I mean, I obviously had to work to that point. And in general, even if I didn't have a store, like I said, I would never cancel a figure. I'd rather flip it when it comes in. As for like promotion and stuff, I would never do that. Comic-concepts.com. And and you know,
Comic Dash Concept.
I even have my own YouTube, comic-concepts.com.
Right.
I even have my own YouTube channel, which I'm sure literally none of you know about.
I know.
I do.
It's
I have an
like
unboxing
Kitty
channel.
Fan 62 or something, isn't it?
Doing unboxing.
And you know, it's not for money at all.
Like,
it's for fun. These content creators buy just like everyone else and unbox just like everyone else and deal with the same problems. We're not like a special breed of person. I don't even know what the question is.
We don't get free figures, guys. At least I don't. So I wish.
I'm like rambling right now. Can you give me the second half of that question?
No. I don't know. I just forgot about this point. Just talk about anything you want.
Fuck it. Okay. I don't even know what to say. You know, like you guys know me. Like I own a shop, and then half my purchases aren't even like from the shop. Like I told you guys, and I posted on the Comic Concepts community. Like my grail of all grails came in today. It's not even a statue or a figure.
Yeah,
it's a
just before the show, you were talking about how all your shit's not from your store.
It's not, because I just collect quirky things. I mean, you saw my Pokemon statues, and I just got my grail that came in is a server blade from World of Warcraft. That is the most expensive thing I've ever purchased. I found the original. I'm gonna show it off. Hold up.
Oh, look at this guy with the flex.
No, hold on. This is a flex.
We have another Hulk.
All right, guys, come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Hold on. That's Luffy.
Hi, Luffy.
Hey, Boof.
Ooh.
That collectible moves.
So,
he's alive.
Can you guys see what this is?
Yeah, you don't have to gel, but we can see.
This
What's that?
bro, look at this. He's got a motherboard.
Is that a voodoo doll?
So that is the server blade that held Kill Jaden on World of Warcraft from 2004 to 2010, the golden years of World of Warcraft, and was my home server my entire life and childhood. Everything that I played and did was on that server, and it was auctioned in 2011. I was still in high school and could not afford it. It went for like $10,000, $5,000 to $10,000. That's what they went for. And I got a stellar deal on it. I did not pay that. Okay, not a flex. I did not pay that. I got very lucky. Paid a decent amount, but like it's very special to me. And you know that's what collectibles are. This literally has no value to anyone else other than myself and a few others that were on that same server. That is a piece of shit with an acrylic board on it that says Kill Jaden. But you know, I mean, this is what we do. We collect what we love, and that has sentimental value. In the case of Hot Toys, there's more and all that. If you want to cancel, that's fine. But God, I went way off track. But
it's true. No, it's true.
Anything that we share here is like us. You know,
like if you want to cancel something and
Cancel it.
it had value to you at one point, here's what I say, and this has always been my motto. I don't like to keep cash in my bank account. I like to put my investments on display. And when you're tired of it, sell it. Don't lose your deposits. Don't lose money. Never go negative. That's my opinion when it comes to collecting. Look at collecting. Collect what you love. Huh? I don't even know. Guys, you can just mute me or cut me off at some point.
Well,
there it is.
Well, no, what I was gonna say is very true what you're saying, because the thought of me having to sell any of my figures doesn't even cross my mind, because I would die if I were to
You get a new house for what you got.
No,
you're an addict. I'm a normal person.
No. It's the attachment to me, like, because I'm a completist. So everything that I have is complete. So if I were to take just any figure from any line and sell it, I would die. So I wouldn't.
Fabio, you've completed everything like 3 times.
He would literally die.
He completes like everything like 5 times. He goes around trips all the time. Anthony, what are your thoughts about what
was
talking?
The question again?
Which I really forgot. I was canceling stuff.
Well, there was that
for creating content or
content. Yeah. So here's. Yeah, I mean, well, you know, shit. I mean, I've I'm kind of over the whole getting it day one unless it's something I really want, right? So I get it. Not everybody is out there creating content, you know. And before any of us were creating any kind of content, we were collectors beforehand, you know. So we were all there where we're like, well, you know, we would buy figures, we would sell figures, or maybe not, or you know, we pre-order, or maybe we don't pre-order, or you know. So I don't think much changes. I don't think. Well, for me anyway, as far as creating content, it's like I want to be able to create the content, but that's affordable, right? Because like nobody hooks us. We're not sponsored, but you know what I'm saying? And that's the other thing. Like, we're collectors just like everybody else. The only difference is we put ourselves out there. You know, we're out there exposing ourselves, you know.
Shirtless.
Yeah, shirtless, or you know, whatever the case. Well, no, I'm serious. It's a thing. So I feel like there's a demand sometimes as well, and expectations are set or perceived, you know, through our own lenses that don't necessarily have to be that way. Like, you don't have to be the first person to put this thing out, or you just need to be who you are. People appreciate you because I'm a nobody. Right? Like, seriously, like
he is.
I'm
kidding.
No, seriously, like
just kidding.
But I'm just saying it's
we all
so it's
have
very
reputation at least.
Yeah, but
Some of us,
it's humbling and it's gratifying, you know, to be able to communicate with everybody and say, "Look, we're just making content, man. We want people to enjoy it." Like, none of us would be where we are, I don't think. Most of us anyway, I should say, you know, if it wasn't for community and stuff, you know what I mean? So it's like, we just want to put out cool stuff, have fun, give our opinions. Sometimes you agree with it. Sometimes that's what I'm saying with content creating. It's tough. It's tough. And not everybody's gonna, right? Not everybody's going to vibe with everybody, whether it's content creator with content creator, or, you know, member of the community versus, right. You know what I mean? So I see now Josh got me all fucked up. Now I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, there is actually there's actually a comment
in
in the chat. I do want to, because I think this would be great to shed some light. Someone said sponsored by Comic Concepts. Raise your hand if you're sponsored by Comic Concepts on this panel. Yeah, exactly.
Wishing.
Exactly. Okay, we're here for fun. This is fun. Like, I'm not here to make sales. Like, we are all here on this panel to talk about the shit that we love.
Wait, so you're not? Am I not supposed to talk about the free statues you sent me every week?
No, I never send a free statue to anyone ever.
Yeah, no. Damn,
We're
he
here
had to
for
really
fun,
put the
dude.
mic in his mouth to emphasize that one too, so you know it's real.
Whoa, it looked like
Right. Damn.
That was me on
Straight
Xbox
death
360
metal right
back in
there,
the day.
bro.
Yeah.
No,
but it is.
we wish
like it.
we wish we were sponsored to get some free figures. Now, there's a difference though, by sponsored and promoting. It's a big difference, because if you promote someone who is good, and you don't need to get something. I don't get paid for anything I do from my friend Josh. You know.
Damn, I'm sorry.
I don't get free figures.
Promotion.
We'll talk later, Josh.
Promotion is getting people. It's pretty much sponsoring is getting people to talk about your product in a positive light.
Yeah, exactly.
And Dante, we can
Supporting
talk about that as far as dealing with Hong Kong. It was the crappiest service, and we were promoting them for what? Making them charge us full price, and we just get it shipped to us. They would prioritize us, and the communication was crap. Dealing with them was crap. I had damaged figures that just, okay, well, keep the figure now. What do you want me to do? And I'm just like, but it's damaged. I mean, you're dealing with me. I mean, I'm promoting you. Help me out here. I'm supposed to get that much. No, nothing.
You know who I promote?
We dropped.
Sorry, go ahead, Easy. I don't want to cut you off.
Well, personally, I just said, that's it. I'm done. I'm going back to the States. Well, not physically, but I'm coming. I'm coming to the States, but I'm coming back. I'm staying in. I'm working. I want to work with a company that I can be on stream here and have that just now. What Josh just did, a comical, real friendship, true type experience with, and you guys can relate to and buy from.
Yeah.
And when it's cheaper
Yeah,
than
I have a
other
full-time
people-
job. Comic Concepts is not bad. Comic Concepts is a passion project that helps fund part of my collecting, but I haven't taken any money from it yet.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it
a
all gets
cult,
reinvested.
and
I'm a
we're-
full-time anesthetist, guys. I work in medicine.
He kills people
40
for
to
life.
60 hours a week. I'm a glorified drug dealer for a living.
Pretty much.
I
Yeah,
do
it
kind of
is-
want
it
to
is-
speak on this if it's
Go
cool.
ahead. Yes,
My
both-
bad.
please. Go ahead.
So I've been a live streamer for probably 7-8 years. I've been on Twitch somewhere. I think before I stopped, there was around 17,000 followers. I was doing something totally different on Twitch. Sponsorships consisted of PlayStation, WB Games, Astro, Logitech, Elgato. I could list a ton of names. So you have to be very careful with the term sponsorship. So PlayStation, for example, they gave me a couple of games. They gave me a game to play, and my review and what I felt on it was my own. They weren't buying it nor giving it to me. However, I had to say that I was sponsored by them for clarification. So Josh, man, listen, if you want to give me a statue, all right, we can talk. But I would have to say, if Josh
How
is like,
dead
hey,
does
man,
the stock have to be?
Right.
So
Well,
if
you-
Josh gave me a statue, I'm sponsored by Comic Concepts. If I have a code, I'm
Correct.
damn sure sponsored by Comic Concepts. If I say code Boston Collectors and I get, if I receive any sort of financial kickback from that, I have to say sponsored.
Yeah,
And
that's your
You got to be careful with that. I've seen that
Right.
since being in this. It's very, very, very different. But again, you have to be careful with that.
Right.
It's true.
And just piggyback of what Easy said, he knows, and Fabio knows, because we're really close friends. But we suffer a lot. Like, we really it was frustrating at one point, because you wanted to get something fast. Yes, you get it, but then the communications suck, and then you get shit like not really well shipped. Sometimes damaged things. You got a small discount. Yes, you're not paying 100 more. You're paying 50 more. Really not that much of a difference. You know what I'm saying? So it became frustrating. So actually, Josh and as we were talking with him even before that. So when we make the decision, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything. I'm done with the freaking. I'm gonna still do my day one reviews. That's not changing. I'm gonna pay the price. That's on me. But I don't want to get any ties. I don't want to promote any Hong Kong resellers. I just don't want to do it anymore, because it was frustrating to me.
Yeah.
It was just
You remember-
annoying.
Do you remember that one seller? I'm not gonna name names, but there's one seller, like, you couldn't, like, he wouldn't let you hear his voice. And this is coming from some guy in, like,
That's sketchy
Asia
as
or
fuck. That
wherever.
dude definitely
Right.
got something off a
And,
truck.
and the guy's name is like Greg, and I'm like,
Like Boris.
Yeah, I buy all my stock from Greg.
Greg in
Right.
Asia, and I'm
Everyone
like,
go shop at Greg.
and then we like try to call them, and they never let you hear their voice, and they're like, you can tell it was obvious, and I was like, this is not what I'm dealing with. This can't be real. So, like, to put that out in front of viewers and say, buy from them, and then you're at the back like, this guy sucks.
It's disingenuous.
It's ingenuous,
Exactly.
and that's who.
Yeah.
That's who.
Exactly.
I mean, me and Dante and Fabio. I know
That's
for
why we
us, for
changed so
sure.
many. That's why you guys see we never keep some like
Same.
long term, because it happened that people were coming to us complaining, I bought from this
Yeah.
guy, and we're not getting the figure, or they got the wrong figure. So I said, dude, what the hell are you
Yeah,
doing,
so
man?
you're
Like,
not
if I'm
taking
putting
up
your name,
your brand.
if I'm putting your name, you like freaking not treating. So then say, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm out.
Yeah.
Because I can't. Yes, at the end of the day, it's a hobby, whatever. When you are deep in YouTube, you're gonna start making money, right? That's a fact. I mean, right now I don't make shit. Honestly, I make peanuts, but I don't care.
You don't.
Because
Make
I
money.
love this. I love doing this. I spend my time doing this. Easy Fabio knows how much I put into this. Like, quality, production.
How much we put into this?
I put it because it's all my ideas. Everything is just come from me. It's good. I mean, you know what I mean.
Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
they think we make money, and even at 10,000 subscribers, I don't even make money. I use Taylor Swift music, So my videos don't even get monetized.
Dog, I was just watching your content. I'm like, my man got how many views? I know he didn't monetize this. But it go with your videos so good too. I think I was just watching your battle damage, Tony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you use music. I'm like, he's not monetizing this.
Yeah.
He just
I pay for a subscription for music though. So it's paid. So every music
I'll
make money because
artists, right?
Yeah.
Right. Those are but again, and I know my friend that you put the comment. I know you're kidding. By all means, we're not
we're not attacking you.
We're just gonna because it's a good thing. I want you guys to know us for real. Like, we don't want to say, oh yeah, no, I pay with my own money, everything. I'm like,
yeah,
actually I'm not, it's free. But
and the reality is, like, whenever people like reviewers get figures from me, they've asked me, like, Easy and Dante, we've had this conversation. Like, they've asked me, they said, are we okay to say something bad about this figure if we get a figure from you while attaching your name to this video? Fuck yeah. Because if you don't say that a figure comes in and it's shit, how are the rest of the releases going to be any better? Like, that
wasn't me. That wasn't me.
No, that was me. But in general, we're sitting here trying to, or at least this is my mission, to build a less toxic environment. We want honesty. Yeah. We want this hobby to thrive. And it's not going to thrive without transparency and honesty and just people with a genuine passion for this shit. Simply, I wish I was better with words. Like, I could have made like a really nice speech there. I just can't.
I'm just gonna share something that maybe I shouldn't share, but I'm just gonna share. Fuck it, I don't care. So when I did my review of what's her name, the one with the long legs,
Proxima.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. Oh.
I give it. I don't know what score I gave. I think I gave it 7.5. I wanted to give it a 7, maybe 6.5. But because I actually like the head sculpt a little bit, and I think it didn't look that horrible in person. I said 7.5. But you know what? These guys know how horrible I felt, because I felt like I was lying. Even though 7.5 and 7 is really not a big of a difference, still crap for a figure, Still, like, those are the things that, when I do my reviews, I try to be as honest as possible. And again, I don't keep everything because I can't. I don't have space. But that doesn't mean I don't like the figure. I can, for example, say, oh, this Spider-Man is a 9, but then I don't have it. That doesn't mean I hate the figures, because one, I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan. I like certain Spider-Man figures, right? And two, I don't have a space for it. So even though it's a 9, that doesn't mean I hate it because I don't have it. Or because, again, I paid the price, I sell it back, get my money back, and then pre-order with Josh or whoever. That's what I do, because that's the way I want to do things. It's just me, and that's why I think it's better when you tell the people like it is. I think, to me, it's important, especially if you're doing this thing, like doing reviews, doing live streams.
You're not beholden to anyone.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean?
That you don't have to kind of like bow and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna agree with whatever you said, and you said no.
Right. Buy it with my affiliate link here.
Everyone in this panel can talk their mind. They have freedom of say whatever they want, freedom to talk to whoever they want. That's them. I can't force people to agree with me. Then I'll just do this shit by myself. I don't invite nobody. But anyway, I want to say thank you to Ray for the super chat. We're almost done, guys. I know we extended a lot. $10 super chat, Jonathan Panel. Even you, Easy, thanks for a great night. This show kills it every Tuesday night. Book of Boba Fett, here we come. Oh, yes, Book of Boba Fett. Oh, my God. I can't wait for tomorrow.
Can't wait.
Excited, man.
To wrap
Wait,
this up,
is the episode playing at midnight today?
Yeah. Well, 3 o'clock?
Midnight West Coast, 3 a.m. for
okay.
West Coast.
Yeah. So, Easy, we're going to wrap this up real quick. Final thoughts about the end of Book of Boba Fett, what to expect or what not to expect.
I hope Boba Fett says something. That's all. I hope he keeps his helmet on and he does more of blasting. I just want the blasting. I just want to
see. I want to see Boba Fett doing this.
Can you imagine we didn't get that from Book of Boba Fett yet?
I need that this episode.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
I'm telling
His
you.
own
so
show.
deep.
But instead, we're probably gonna get this.
Like a panther. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry, I had to play that. It's just fun as hell. You know? But, Fabio, what are your thoughts about the final episode of Book of Boba Fett? What to expect?
All I have to
what not
say,
expect.
all I have to say is, expect nothing. Be ready for everything.
If he dies, he dies.
You might die.
You might die.
You might
Jonathan,
die.
what,
Again.
do you have high
Again.
expectations of this season finale?
High expectation. I don't want to say yes, but there are a lot of things that can go on. I don't necessarily want to see Grogu select his path. I would just like to either see him, if he's gonna be with Mando, he's just kind of, it's a shot where he's in his armor. But then if it's that, I feel like then Kylo will probably be Luke's first student. But either way, because I have a whole lot of theories and I don't want to take up much time because we've been here a while. I definitely think we'll see Han Solo. I think we'll see Chewie. And if we're going to have that problem, if it's going to be like this all-out war between the syndicates, I do think we might end up seeing Kira as well. And I don't necessarily trust Black Chrysanthemum. I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, no, he looks shady a little bit. Yeah.
I think he's a double agent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, man. Because I
Working
can go
for
all
who?
day. I mean, I just feel like, yeah, we watched the Hutts just sort of say he's yours, do away with him or whatever. The Hutts are smart, man. Like, I don't think that they would have just said, "Oh, you can keep him," or throw him back to wherever he came from. And even if it's not for them, he could be working with someone else. I don't trust Chrysanthemum.
Working from him?
I'd be careful where I was sticking my nose if I were you.
So good.
It's crazy
I
how
love that
he
episode,
says
dog.
that to him while having no nose. Unbelievable.
No.
It's a no-nose. Easy, what do you want to say real quick? Easy.
Huh?
You wanted to say something. I got you when I was putting
Oh
the
no, I
video.
was saying that the Disney writers are looking at Boston collectors. Like, can you say that again? What is it say?
I know, like, right? Like, I'm sure you're up to something, man. Let me call you to maybe you can help us to finish
take
this
the
story.
money.
If they're going back in the stream, just write that down.
It's like, how do you think we can introduce Boba Fett back in the show?
Just say something. Just talk. Hi.
Where
Okay,
you
perfect.
from? You're not sponsored. Just
Anthony.
I don't know, man. I just hope it's gonna be long and it ties it up nicely. I'm gonna leave it at that because, I know we're wrapping. I just hope it's great, man. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow live like I do every week. So we'll see.
Jay.
Yeah, man. I think we're in. I think we're in for something real good. I really do. I think it's going to be something groundbreaking. I think it's going to be a big payoff. I don't expect too much from Boba Fett himself. I don't. And I know that's kind of bad, but I think there's enough supporting characters that have been inserted that's going to cover it up. And I know that's bad for a book of Boba Fett, but I think what this show has become is the book of Star Wars, straight up. So I'm expecting a lot. Yeah, I think it's going to be, I'm hoping that it's going to be a long episode and that we'll get a bad MFO with a purple lightsaber at the very, 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 very end. I think that's going to happen. Yep.
Do you think that, Jay, do you think that Boba will be riding the Rancor, or is it too soon?
We got to get that. They set that up. If they set that up and had Danny Trejo of all people to come and introduce that, and if we don't get that, that will be the ultimate fail. So we got to get that. And that harkens back to the animation when we first seen Boba Fett. He likes riding big beast apparently. So yeah.
Facts.
Mario.
Yeah, pretty much same with Anthony and Fabio. I mean, my expectations are way low, to be honest. I don't want to get my hopes up for anything, but I'm just hoping for the best, man. So I'll be staying up at midnight over here on my end. So I'm glad I've got the day off tomorrow. So
I wanted you to not watch it so you can do it with me tomorrow.
I'd love to, bro. But I can't break tradition, homie. It's not
Boba's first.
But yeah,
Boba before bros.
I guess so. Jeez, man.
Boba before bro.
Josh?
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Seen the book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys aren't watching Attack on Titan or Demon Slayer. Like, y'all are crazy.
What is that?
Oh my God!
I saw
you Star Wars collectors.
Godzilla anime.
Killing me.
Talk about Pokemon.
Okay, we'll get some anime collectors on this panel, and we'll help you guys see the light. Don't you worry.
Macross.
You're in a cage right now, and I'm gonna free you. I'm gonna free you from that cage. This Star Wars cage.
Little you know that cage is my home.
It can be your home, but you can open the door every now and then.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this up, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching the chat. I know it's a bit longer than usual because we got so many people, so I want everyone to have time to talk. Easy, what's going on at Collectibles?
I'm always lost on this question.
What did you have for lunch today?
I don't know.
Start there.
You get breakfast?
I forgot what I ate for breakfast.
Did you poop today? Did you have a nice poop?
I pooped this morning, yes.
That's good. See, that's a start.
He opened the cage.
Did you leave your room?
Yeah, actually, I haven't left the house in a couple days. Been doing work. But yeah, Spider-Man coming up. Spider-Man's coming up. Of course, there's probably going to be some hate on that video, so prepare for that. My statues, don't know where they are. Everything's been delayed. Everything's been in months of waiting. I can't get my Predator statue that's been like paid off for a year, released over a year now, and I can't get it. Josh, you know who I got it from? Nothing. Just can't get it. I can't get my statue. It's been almost like I feel a year of full wait, like released, just nothing.
I can't say who the person is. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying,
Yeah, I know. No. You should have ordered for me. I'm sorry.
I asked you. I was like, please have one for me.
Because I don't have one. Sold out, baby.
Fabio, what's going on at FABSFIGURES, my friend?
Same thing. You guys want to check out some figures? I have my collection tour up, parts 1, 2, and 3. Go check that out. And yeah, whenever you guys are bored, you want to check out some figures, go to my channel.
Oh, that's nice. Jonathan, thank you so much for coming, my friend. First time with the panel. Pleasure to have you.
It's been amazing, man. Thank you for inviting me. I know, I wasn't able to in December, but it's good to sit and chill with y'all, man. I feel like, you're just sitting here chilling with other fellow collectors. So for me, I do have Attack of the Clones Yoda coming in, or it's actually here. Iron Patriots coming in, Pennywise coming in. So reviews, unboxing and reviews on those are coming super soon. We do have obviously a YouTube. So if you want, feel free to sub to that. We're on Instagram if you like the pictures, all that good stuff. And yeah, stay tuned.
Pennywise, I can't wait to see that one.
Anthony? Pennywise.
What?
I'm just kidding, man. You gonna full screen me, man? What if I was sleeping? How long would we be?
What if he was vomiting into a trash can?
And you'd see it here first.
What's
going on with me? Well, Saturday. Well, let's start tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm watching the Book of Boba Fett. I watch it live every week on the channel. Everybody, most people who know that are in here know. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm watching it live with you guys, so that's fun. So I'm looking forward to that. And then Saturday we're doing the live stream. That's the 1,000 subscriber giveaway live stream. So that'll be fun. That's where we're going to be giving away that IG-11. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I have some other things going on. that I'll talk about a little bit later, but I'm actually going to premiere, I think, the full episode tonight, probably right after. Well, it depends, but sometime soon tonight, I'm going to premiere the full episode on the channel, and then and just be here, man, and doing what we're doing, man, and to supporting. You know, that's what it is. That's what it is right there. I don't support those sellers and things like that, but I will support everybody like on the panel. You know what I mean? Because everybody grows, everybody does great content, and that I think everybody gets to eat. You know, because when everybody's cool and everybody's doing awesome stuff, that's worth mentioning. I mean, I do it on my streams all the time, even if nobody's around. You know, oh yeah, brother, so check out man. Your name comes, somebody's names comes up. You know, that's the type of promotion I like to see. Not, oh hey, come here, click my link and buy this. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's it. It's fun being here, having fun. We've gone a little bit too long. I'm rambling. I'm hungry. Thank you for having me.
It's been a long one. I don't usually do this long, but Jay, what's going on your channel, my friend?
Oh man. Once again, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Man. So tomorrow we got Best of the Best. We moved our night temporarily. We'll be back Thursday. Following week, but tomorrow we'll be streaming at 7 o'clock. I'll be over there. Then after that, I'm doing double duty tomorrow. I'll do that. Then I'll be jumping on LIVESTREAM, 1/6 Scale Man's Say What. I'll be on there tomorrow night, and I got Pennywise coming. Getting Pennywise from Third Eye Comics tomorrow. That's gonna be great. So I'm gonna be doing a little quick review for that. I know he's been out for a minute. So I'm gonna be doing that, and finally we'll be dropping my collection tour. I've been saying that for weeks, but I'm finally going to be dropping that. So that's going to be coming out, and yeah, and that is about it for me.
Nice. Mario, first time with us, man. Thank you so much. I know you had to do some work, so you actually told me that you're gonna be coming a bit late, but thank you very much for being here. It was a pleasure having you. What's going on at the new channel, El Profesoro?
Well, first and foremost, man, thanks for having me tonight, man. It's great to meet everybody tonight and just hang out, man, and just start collecting, man. It's always a blast. Yeah, so El Profesoro, that's happening now. That's a thing. I've got tonight. I'm actually gonna be doing a live stream in about less than a couple hours. We'll be going over the premium format Boba Fett statue, the inaugural episode of El Profesoro Says, so the statue edition. So we're gonna go ahead and hit that tonight. I'm gonna chop it up with a couple buddies. Just give our initial thoughts on the, on the statue. I don't think we're gonna stream that long. I've got another project in the works with a couple friends of mine that are in the 1/6 Scale community that actually are statue curious. I'm getting a couple buddies, from the statue community of mine that are gonna see if we can persuade them over to the dark side. So that's gonna be fun. And yeah, the same thing with the collection tour. I'm working on that as well. Hoping to get it shot tonight after the stream, before the Book of Boba Fett, and then start editing tomorrow, hopefully. And at the same time tomorrow, I've got these Maji cases that I got to hurry up and build, so that way I can go ahead and do an actual full-on collection tour with all these cases filled up with all the Star Wars Hot Toys, and that's going to be amazing as well. So,
man, that's good, man. I kind of envy you guys who are able to get your Mojo cases. I'm still waiting for mine.
Josh, yeah, it's been mine's been a little bit over a year. Yeah, also Saturday I'm doing a thing with Anthony too. We're doing our Pose review show. We're going over the Rogue One line. We're basically just going over just older figures in a sense, and just flexing, or whatever if you want to call it that. We're sharing our general thoughts on these older figures.
Unboxing and review.
Yeah, keyword on retro. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. It's
nice.
always a fun time hanging out with the community over there as well. So Thursday nights I've got Uncivilized Scoundrels with on the 1/6 Scale Man channel, where we're just talking Star Wars, man. So we're gonna be talking everything about Book of Boba Fett on Thursday night as well. So, but yeah, again, thanks for having me on, man. I really, really appreciate it. It was fun.
Pleasure, man. Thank you so much. And before I go to Josh, Whistle Figures with a $5 super chat. Love the stream, fellas. You'll kick ass. Thank you so much for that, man. We really appreciate the support of everyone on the chat, subscribing, messages on Facebook, Instagram. Thank you so much for that. Josh, we're gonna wrap this up with you. What's going on at Comic Concepts? I know you mentioned that you have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So again, for everyone, and actually, I want to take this time to thank everyone that was actually people were placing orders during the stream. We sold Yeah. So we sold 5 Bat Pods,
Oh,
6
nice.
Captain
Wow.
Marvel,
Whoa.
2 Pennywise,
Nice.
2 Captain America 2012, and
That sounds like Fabio's cart.
someone ordered something from Prime 1. I don't know if that was anyone from here. But thank you
What did
very
they order
much
from Prime
for your
1?
support, guys. Yeah, someone bought a Fist of the North Star.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That
anime.
was a Boston
Anime.
collector's
Yeah,
plug right
that's,
there. The Prime 1 plug.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
But
Hey,
you know, thank you very much, guys, for your
Shiro,
support.
right?
Flexes.
Oh man, y'all found my channel. Okay, yeah. So I have a YouTube channel where I unbox my personal pieces. So that's
It's
kind of cool.
Popsy.
Yeah,
You got the
go ahead and
channel.
follow if you want. It's super fun for me. You know, I'll do like a little plug in the beginning, just saying I'm from Comic Concepts. But anything I unbox on that channel is a personal piece for me and what I'm into. Just started a TikTok as well, which is kind of fun. And the first video is already insulting to literally all of you. So I'm sending that now in the chat. Feel free to add me on TikTok. I'm literally just going to make some small videos of any of the pieces I get in or joke TikToks. I'm definitely not going to profit from any of it. It's just for fun. So go ahead and feel free to follow. And, you know, doing my best to bring in as much product as possible. If you're ever interested or curious as to shop at Comic Concepts, please, for the love of God, message me. I really like chatting with my collectors before they make a purchase. Make sure they're comfortable. If there's anyone that's still talking about Sideshow and comparing Sideshow's prices or blah, blah, blah's prices, you know, let's change that to Comic Concepts. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Let's do some price comparisons.
You see, and you see, guys, and they still don't get free figures, man. This guy.
And
But anyway.
free figures. Let's sponsor everyone. Let's just sponsor. I want you to lie about your figures. They're all perfect, and they're going to be discounted. Nothing is bad.
Nothing is
But-
bad. Everything is awesome.
Yeah.
You get a
Thank you
figure,
so much,
you get
guys,
a
for supporting me.
figure.
Comic-concepts.com is the site.
Josh is
And-
the Oprah of the collecting community. You get a figure, everyone gets a
And then
figure.
honestly, like our Facebook community group, I love people posting their collectibles. I like seeing that inspiration to help other collectors who are getting into it see what kind of poses you can do and shit like that. So if you guys want to join the Comic Concepts community on Facebook, you're more than welcome to post up whatever. That is a super casual area for anyone to talk about any collectibles. Is a toxic free zone.
And I have a quick challenge for everyone because Josh mentioned he has a TikTok. I do have a TikTok as well. I never promoted it, but now I just remember. So
You
I actually
one-upper.
I do too.
I've seen it. It's
actually
good
post-
content. He like does this like dance thing.
No,
and,
I
like,
actually post some videos like when I do my reviews.
Belly buttons and
You know,
nip slips.
I post pretty much at the same
Slips.
time. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, Man of Hot Collectibles, exactly like that, just search for it. Follow me on there, and send me a message. Let me know that you found me through YouTube. I wanna know how many people actually follow me on TikTok from YouTube. Same on Instagram. Become a member of the channel if you want. We have some amazing content for members only. We have a show called Figures with Friends. We're gonna have live streams every weekend starting this probably Sunday. We're gonna have a live stream, and I'm working on a couple other things which you guys will know. So for members, not even for my public channel, because I also have another project working for my everyone's channel. So yes, become a member today. Please help out the channel. Thank you everyone for watching, and as always,
Good
be
night.
well
Be well.
and see you around.
Don't smell.
In the next video.